Hello, and welcome to episode 146 of the CinePhellas Podcast. That's right, CinePhellas, the only place where this team is still learning the 5 Ds of dodgeball. Honestly, we were talking about Nope earlier. Now, I know you guys like it a little bit more than me, but Bob, you want to talk about it?
I thought of course the trailer was vague, and that is genius nowadays. Nowadays, people give away too much in the trailer, and I feel it ruins it. So I love the less is more. You got in there, you had no idea what to expect. Peele gives us his interpretation of a UFO alien movie that turns out to be something completely different. I absolutely loved everything about it. Jordan Peele kills it again.
Me and Logan talked about this movie right after we saw it. I think I liked it maybe a little less than he did. So I'm not like on the this is the best thing of all time thing, but I'm in the camp that thought for the originality, for the way he shot the film, for the acting, the actors, the story. And like Bob mentioned, keeping the story. We knew there was going to be aliens involved, but we didn't know what the story was going to be. So keeping things quiet like that, I really respect that coming from him. And he just keeps making these films that with the topic that, seems to be current in the current times with everybody talking about UFOs now and everything. So a lot of that stuff, it was ripped from the headlines, basically things that I've been hearing about with the military, seeing footage and everything. And with them doing the story of trying to catch the footage, I thought that was really cool how they did that.
You guys notice how the UFO changed too. It started out like a basic UFO, then it looked like a stingray. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was really cool. Yeah. Too bad they ruined that part on one of the trailers.
Yeah.
I think Logan saw that one. So they weren't able to stop that. But yeah, I did notice that too. It almost at one time I was looking away from the screen or something and looked back and it almost looked like a big cowboy hat.
I think that's where they were going with it.
Yeah, I figured.
Especially in the motorcycle guy, the TMZ guy had one eye here. Everything had one eye.
Yeah, I loved it. I was totally messing with Molly after we saw it. I'm like, look up at the cloud. It hasn't moved in 3 days. Why is that? Freaking around, all around, just like a perfect movie for me. No complaints. I pre-ordered the Steelbook after it was released. That's how much I loved it. I went in with actually really low expectation, but I was pleasantly surprised.
And not to be the Debbie Downer, but I like the movie, but I just don't love it. I was saying to Bob earlier, that whole Bubbles the chimp scene going berserk, I thought that was actually better than the entire movie.
And I do want to see more of that for sure. Don't get me wrong. I can understand that argument. I know it seemed kind of out of place maybe at some moments in the film, but I think it had to do a lot with Steven Yeun's character and his thing. But you're right. It kind of felt like a different movie at that point. So I can understand that argument from you.
And then honestly, for such a small role he has, they dedicate all this time to it. So that's where I'm like, they can edit this movie to be a lot shorter, but just my opinion.
I like
the monkey goes for the final knuckle bump and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's why I want that movie. I want that backstory now.
And we were talking about themes. Armando, do you have any themes from the movie? Nope.
I think the thing that I got, we were talking about trauma. I think that has a lot to do with it, kind of that seeking fame, or some kind of popularity, trying to, I think, stay relevant in a way that felt like was a big part of it too, to me. Really, I feel like the whole thing just about, and also that kind of really stuck with me too, was just about how much you can be so in love with movies and film and TV and pop culture, and sometimes it doesn't love you as much back. It's just kind of a thing that you can enjoy, even if there's so much stuff about it that just feels so cold and so removed. Even that part, it really came to mind, in that one part when they're training the horse not training, but when they're sending it for that job, and they're on a set, and they clearly make it look so it's just a business. Nobody's there just to be like, okay, well, we're just making movies. This is just like, it's everybody just doing their own thing. The director's doing one thing, the actress is doing another, and they're trying to set up the horse. It just felt like so mechanical to me. Like, I feel like that was the intention. And like, I do appreciate how there was just like so much into it. Did feel like if I watch it more, like some of the stuff I read, there's a lot of stuff about like film history and stuff like that that I kind of want to delve into more, because it does feel like it's a movie for for people who really enjoy movies. And like, if you're a film fan, I feel like in a way there's something to appreciate about like what it's kind of trying to say. It doesn't outright like tell you here's the message and here's what it's about, but I do think what it does really well. Even if you're not looking for it, I always feel like like we were talking about earlier, there's so many different interpretations to it. But at the same time, I do think it's a movie you can watch and just like see it as whatever it is, like just bluntly what it is. But I do like there's a lot of stuff about like just movies in general. I feel like you can tell like this is made by people who love movies, but also knows how that world in a way, like just trying to, if you want to be part of that world, it's like it doesn't really, it's like hard to be in it and be like have that feeling, like just like when like if we're just watching something and we're really invested and we're like, oh, this is just movie magic. This just kind of, in a way, I feel like it just kind of says that it's magic, and that's kind of what it is at the end of the day. You kind of don't look past that, because at the end of the day, like to a lot of people, it just kind of work. And but at the same time, it's just so tempting for a lot of the characters, because it's like they're so into like they want to have like a big show, like the Steven Yeun thing. It took a while for me to like get his character, but at the same time, I did really appreciate how when all that stuff got revealed with the show and everything, it was like he's just a guy because of this thing with the monkey. He like never got over that. He's just still living like that, like those old like sitcom actors to me, where they don't forget like their past and they just keep remembering, hey, remember when I was in that show when I was younger? And he still like holds on to it. And it made sense, I think, how it like they put it into the premise of the movie, how it ties into what's going on. I thought they did a really good job handling that. I mean, I think overall, I think it has a lot of things where I feel like it was no one specific thing that I can say this was the thing that did it for me, but like in terms of the themes, like, oh, this is why I love it, or like this is why it did it for me. It was so much going on that I feel like it was a movie I had to like let marinate in my mind after it was done. And I go on Twitter all the time now, so like there's so many things every time now I see, and I'm like, okay, like this thing, that thing, and I'm just so interested in like other things I might get out of it on another watch. But I mean, I don't know if that answers the question, but
No, I like what you said. It marinates in the mind. That sounds like it could be a slogan for something.
yeah, they should, if they re-release it, they can use that.
Marinate,
Yeah.
marinate in the mind. Armando, CinePhellas. One thing I said to Kevin when we reviewed it was, this is just my little 2 cents, but I feel like there's a message about like equality and like we were saying, like society, like how in the movie they're like, don't look up.
Mm-hmm.
This big thing that's literally larger than life, this big life force. So I take it as, you notice the people obviously are of color in the movie, the main cast. So I take it like these people don't feel seen by literally the higher up. So therefore you don't see us, we're not going to see you. So I just thought like, don't feed into the higher ups. I took that as the meaning of the movie.
That's
So
probably what it really is for
Yeah.
Jordan Peele. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I like the whole like a Wild West vibe to it, which is really cool too.
Yeah.
Something unique, everything that's going on Westerns recently, Yellowstone, stuff like that. Jordan Peele hasn't really dived into that yet until this movie, and it really has a cool vibe of being in the middle of nowhere in a desert in Southern California and seeing UFOs. It's a big deal there. So him diving into that was really cool.
And we talked about that on the podcast a while ago. Like we don't see Westerns anymore.
No. I apprecited that. I thought that it was like its own character, it felt like.
Yeah, and mixing Westerns with UFO and sci-fi, I've never seen that, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
Actually, I have, but not recently.
Definitely had a lot of Spielberg vibes to it.
Yeah.
Close Encounters and Jaws, for sure.
Yeah, I like those scenes. Like it's just there, but like there was like I liked how they were like just setting up all the cameras, like procedural stuff like that. I was like when they're putting all the stuff together and like we're gonna see how we're gonna get this thing, Like that stuff was cool to me.
I feel like that was Jordan, like, taking advantage of being a director and like trying new stuff. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we got these IMAX cameras. Let's
Mhm.
incorporate it into the film. That's he's
And I thought
creative like
I
that.
did it really well too. I like the weird director, the cinematographer guy.
Uh-huh.
He had a really interesting voice to me.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it the same cinematographer that Christopher Nolan works with?
I think so. I think it might be.
Okay.
I noticed him. He was the bad guy in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner. He was the bad guy, if you guys remember.
Yeah.
So I noticed him from. He has the same voice.
Yeah,
sounds
that
like
guy
he-
still was good.
He sounds like he's been smoking a pack a day since he was 3.
Yeah, that's how he sounded in the early '90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
remember. He was in, you know what I remember, and this is like not a great movie or anything, but he was the bad guy in the. I think he was the bad guy in that Eddie Murphy movie Metro. I remember he was in that.
Oh,
For some
man.
reason, that came to mind. I was like, oh yeah, the guy from Metro.
So where would you guys rank this as Jordan Peele's work? Like as for his movies, at least. 2?
Yeah, I think I'm into.
All right, Get Out is still one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Get Out and Nope. And then Us.
I mean, Twilight Zone, I feel like he's just the executive producer on a lot. He didn't write many, so I can't.
No,
rate
yeah,
his
he
product.
did.
He didn't.
And I
I
think
feel-
with Candyman, he just produced it, right?
He wrote like
Yeah.
one episode, I think, but like for the most part, yeah, it's a bunch of different people that worked on it.
Well, actually, can I say that this is 2? It's Get Out, Nope, Keanu, and then Us.
That was a funny movie. Yeah.
That movie was great.
And Key and Peele. I mean, the original comedy show was legendary. Love it.
I
So
believe
funny.
it's all streaming on, I think it's streaming on HBO Max or Netflix, possibly. I'm not sure yet.
We all saw Prey, right?
Of course.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, okay. So all right, we can't say too much, Bob. Then it's good.
No,
I
no,
like-
go for it, man. I don't feel like you could spoil much from a Predator movie.
I thought it was excellent. I loved it. I just feel like they did a little too much with the nods to the original. Like, I highly doubt someone in 17 whatever said, if it bleeds, we can kill it. Like, no one.
They might have said it about the tribeswomen once in a while.
And for some odd reason, the Native American actress is like, knock, knock. All the Arnold lines.
Yeah. With an assault rifle.
Get to the chopper.
There's no chopper.
Smoking wolves, you son of a bitch.
You are one
Uh.
ugly motherfucker.
No, I thought the movie was cool though. I liked the director, and I thought the movie was. I would have liked to have seen it in theaters. Honestly, it was pretty good.
Same here. I gave it a perfect 5 out of 5. I was really blown away by it.
Really, a perfect 5. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, one of the few this year. I loved it. Second best movie in the franchise for sure. I love the whole like 1700s wilderness vibe to it. With like,
And I love how the Predator is like an early version of the Predator. Like it's before he gets dreads and has,
yes,
like, metal armor. It's like wood or steel or something. I don't know what it is.
the whole practical effects side of it looked really amazing.
Yeah, I saw it on like Twitter and stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah, an
I've
awesome
only
movie.
heard positive things.
Awesome movie. Loved it too. Yeah, I like how it echoes back to the first one. Obviously, the more I like the the low budgetness of it. They're not trying to go out and make like Aliens versus Predator 10. They're just going back to the basics. Just crazy alien monster out in the woods back in the 1700s. And I liked the Easter eggs that we saw in the film that took a nod back to the original film and even some of the sequels too. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen it in theaters too.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Awesome.
It kept it simple, like the original movie. There's not much to it. It gets right to the point, very fast. In the woods, a fucking predators out there killing people.
And I love
Stop
how
it.
they're doing the Predator throughout time. I don't know if you guys saw, but they're gonna apparently put the Predator in like ancient Japan or China, and he's gonna have like a big samurai fight with the guy from Bullet Train and 47 Ronin, which I'm all for that.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. After seeing this one back in time, I'd like to see, keep them further and down the line going forward in the future, or even going before this. But I guess this was supposed to be the first interaction with humans, I guess. So I guess this is as far back as we'll get.
Well, actually, let me ask you guys a question. What time period would you like to see the Predator in?
1883. Dutton Ranch.
Yeah, that'd be cool. 1800s, Wild West. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Wild West.
kind of what popped in my head. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm getting cowboy alien vibes. I don't like that.
Or you could always do medieval times, like the medieval.
Yeah.
Or Vikings or something like that. Yeah.
I could see the Vikings, the whole Valhalla, demons are coming, like very spiritual.
Lord Farquaad versus the Predator or something.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
But yeah, Prey's up there for one of the best ones in the franchise for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't like it as much as you guys, but I thought like compared to like the others, the last two, like it's like I would like to see them do something.
Well,
in
that
this
last Predator was
franchise.
awful. The one with
Yeah, it was rough.
Michael Key.
Yeah,
The Living One.
yeah, that movie was kind of offensive because that movie's like, oh, let's get this autistic child and he's gonna save us, and then I was like, okay, don't do
Wasn't it
that.
Shane Black who directed it?
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I had high hopes too.
Yeah,
Damn, if anybody was going to get it right, I figured,
yeah,
come on.
It's
somebody
the guy from the original, right?
Yeah. Oh, well.
yeah. But this is far better than that. Like I thought, like in general, like I like how they did do the like action, and the violence. Like they didn't play around. They're just like I just like when he's just throwing people around and doing all his stuff. like I don't know. I'm not gonna say I know the original movie that well. I've seen it like a few times, not enough to like catch the references or whatever, but I didn't like it. I think it moved a little slow to me. I think the setting, it wouldn't be my particular like place to set it. And I think it took a while for me to get into it. And I can't say I loved it, but at the same time, I thought overall, I was like, this is a really good step like for the franchise.
Yeah, I think the last decent one was what, Predators with Adrian Brody.
Predators was okay.
Yeah, I like Predators a lot, actually. I know this isn't the popular thing to say, but I prefer Predators over Prey. I thought Predators was excellent.
Yeah.
And then you got the Alien versus Predator movies that were god awful.
Didn't bother. I didn't watch any of those. I was like, everybody told me they were bad, and I just like, okay, that's
Saw all of them in the theater. Awful.
wow.
What about Predator 2 with Danny Glover?
That one's good. I like that one a lot. Everybody just sweaty the whole time.
Yeah.
They could have just called it Sweaty the movie or something.
The best part of the movie when he calls Predator pussy face.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, pussy face. Yeah.
I liked it. I liked how they captured like the, LA concrete jungle, that time period. They did a really good job. It felt, I don't know, it gave me like Candyman vibes, how they're able to go in like the apartments and stuff. And I liked it. I thought the action was cool. I obviously didn't like it as much as the original though. It's kind of.
Yeah, nothing's going to touch that original.
No, it's a classic. Like I was talking to Logan, as soon as like they step off the helicopter and they're playing that music right away in Predator, you're like, all right, it's going to be a fun movie. They're going on this dangerous mission. Then they come face to face with the Predator. Awesome movie. Loved it. Even for the effects, even the old effects on screen. It's like, man, that used to be top notch, cutting edge effects back then. And to see where it's come today with Prey, I thought the two movies are pretty good bookend for each other, from the beginning to kind of that story. But yeah, I can't wait to see something else. Hopefully the same director, Trachtenberg, gets to do the next one. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, apparently they're going to have like a big samurai thing. That would be awesome.
I'd like to see it. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I guess you could say, do it now.
Yes.
I would go with Predator, Predators, Prey, Predator 2, Alien versus Predator, the last Predator movie from like 2015. I don't even remember the name. The Predator, I think.
The Predator, yeah.
And then Alien versus Predator 2.
That's pretty similar. First Predator movie, Prey. Predator 2, Predators, the Predator, and then Alien versus Predator.
Or Alien versus Predator, and then Alien versus Predator 2, or Alien versus Predator 2 then.
I don't even remember the difference between the two.
Isn't the Requiem one is like in the dark, and that was the whole thing that you couldn't see everything because
Can't
you're like killing people in the dark. That's all I remember.
If we film in darkness, they won't know how terrible it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, for me, I think if I had to rank it, the first one is obviously first. And then Predator 2, because I like just enjoy the vibe of that one a lot.
It's like a B movie. It's a fun.
Yeah, I think that's why I really like it. It's just like all the crime stuff that's going on in the background, and that stuff I really like. And then let me see. I would say Prey would be after that. Like I liked it. Like I said, I didn't love it, but I did think it was still like a movie that's worth watching. It had a lot of good like action sequences in it, and I thought they handled a lot of stuff well. And then after that, I guess I would say Predators. I don't know if I love it either. Like, but again, compared to like the last one, which I would say The Predator, which I don't remember, to be honest, and I saw it opening weekend. Like at least Predators is at least a movie I kind of remember. And that movie had like a guy I remember fighting Predator with like a samurai sword. So like
I like that
just
scene.
for that one. Yeah, that seems really good.
Mhm.
And then Predator, like I said, the Predator will be the last one. Yeah.
All you have to say is Olivia Munn in Predator, and you know it's not that good.
I
But
forgot.
that
she
was the
in
same one. Adrian Brody was the savior in, right?
He was in Predators, not the
Predators.
Predator. Yeah, Predators. They all have the same title. It's easy to confuse them.
Mine's pretty similar to everybody's. I don't even remember Alien versus Predator movies. I don't even think I saw the last one that they did. I think I saw one of them. But yeah, pretty similar. Mine, the original 87 film. Then I'd probably put Prey 2. Then I do Predator 2. And then probably Predators after that. But caveat here, I haven't seen Predators since it came out in theater. And I remember, digging in enough, and I need to rewatch it because I can't remember a lot from it.
They
I
always
remember
put
Brody got pretty jacked, and I remember
Yeah.
it was in the jungle. But yeah, I need to rewatch it for sure.
it's always on Hulu. Like if you have Hulu, Henry, they always
I
have
do.
it's,
Yeah, I'll have to
it's
check
always
it out.
popping up on there. Like it's all those movies always like rotate on something.
And they show it on FX a lot.
That too, yeah.
I want to watch it again. So yeah, that's my list for the most part. I'd say Predator, Prey, and Predator 2, probably, and then the rest.
And
But
Predators had a
might
good
change.
cast. It had Walton Coggins in it too, and
Yeah,
Dan
that's right.
Aykroyd
Yeah,
Mhm.
in it.
yeah. I'll give it another shot. Maybe I even put it up. There's a chance I might move Predator 2 and that one. I'd probably put that in 3.
Just one last thing with the Predator. I feel like he could like do something with like historical figures, like Hitler versus Predator, if they're really gonna mess with like history, or like Martin Luther King versus Predator, like if they're gonna get really crazy with it, get crazy
Right.
with it. Abraham Lincoln versus the Predator or something.
This needs to be written by the Abraham Lincoln as a vampire hunter guy. Sounds like a story perfect for him. He could deliver. But yeah, you could do a lot with the Predator. A lot. Just don't go back to Predator versus another monster. Keep it with some humans. Just do a different humans every time, different time period. Switch it up that way.
I personally, I don't know why, but I feel like I want to see Predator in the Prohibition era. I don't know why,
That'd be cool.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be interesting. Right.
with bootlegging and stuff.
A lot of Tommy gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They'd have to go to the Don to, ask if they can take out Predator.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure all the families agree.
Yeah.
The Predator's just killing off each gang, what am I even trying to say? Crime family, turning them
Yeah.
against each other, and they don't even know the
Yeah.
Predator's doing the killing or something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I saw some other movies too. I saw Samaritan today with Sylvester Stallone.
How was
How's
that?
that?
Yeah. If you like cheesy 80s action movies that don't change with the times, then you'll love it. Yeah. I love how he has a garbage truck and it's pretty much the Batmobile. And Bob, you saw the movie Clean with Adrian Brody. I saw that too. Picture Clean mixed with Batman with an 80s action movie.
Was it like over the top or is arm wrestler?
Oh, it's not over the top. It's just really.
Was he a cool superhero, or was it?
Not really. I mean, he was a garbage man.
I didn't even know about this movie. I didn't
Yeah,
know-
what's the premise? Like, how big of a superhero was he? Was he just like a local, like,
No, he
towny,
was like a
towny
Luke Cage type
superhero?
superhero where he was like the superhero of the streets, and that was about it. And then he has a villain named Nemesis, and this is like years ago, but now years later, he's a quiet guy, very reserved. Like we've seen it before. Like I'm the quiet badass. He takes the bus everywhere. He's a garbage man, and now Nemesis is back, and this kid really loves Samaritan, and he's like, Samaritan, you can come back and save everyone. And I guess the senior citizen superhero comes back as a garbage man. It was okay. Amazon Prime is where it belongs, so I think that's fair to say. But I don't hate the movie. It's very 80s. So if you guys want to check it out, but it's like clean and Batman combined. Other than it was okay. I would honestly give it like a 3 out of 5. The kid from Umbrella Academy is in it. The last season.
Oh, the kid from Euphoria. I think he's on Euphoria too.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't really
check it out.
say, like if I'm gonna recommend it, I'm recommending like you have to be a fan of like 80s movies and stuff. And it's 80s all the way. Like if you have a neck tattoo or you wear a leather jacket, you're pretty much a villain.
Fits the criteria.
Yeah.
How's the dialogue, and is it bad or is it, decent enough? Does he seem to be trying, or is this a cash grab?
There's a line from the movie. He gives somebody he like hands someone a grenade, and then he like breaks their hand so they can't let go of the grenade. He walks away and he says, "Have a blast," and then it explodes in the background.
Oh no.
And he does the slow-mo walk back. That's what I'm saying. It's that kind of movie. So if you know what you're getting into, then it's fine.
Like that actually made me go, I should probably watch this.
Yeah.
It's not trying to play with anybody. It knows what it is, and it's going to
Exactly.
give you. Yeah. Cool. I'll watch it.
And it's Stallone.
Yeah, and he has a big sledgehammer. That's his like weapon of choice.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Logan, I'm just thinking, honestly, if you were like in an 80s movie, you would be like a villain. Like just wear a leather jacket with like cut off sleeves and just show your tattoos. You would
Yeah.
be a villain in the Stallone movie.
I'm not Russian now. It wouldn't work.
You can work on it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know. I may check it out. Just to laugh.
I saw Beast with Idris Elba.
Yeah. How was that? I finally saw the trailer. It looked pretty good.
I dig it actually. I like how it's like Cujo in the jungle, and Charlton Copley, that's his name, right? Yeah, he's pretty good in the movie. It's a little silly towards the end. It's not realistic, but I love the premise of this rogue lion just pretty much going ape shit on these people who are poachers and everything. So I thought that was cool. I just realized that lion ape shit. Okay. But it's like Cujo, and Idris Elba is Idris Elba. When I say it's not realistic, that towards the end of the movie, I'm not spoiling it, but he gets like a really small butter knife, like really small, and he's like, "Hey, lion, let's go at it." And he's literally boxing the lion.
No way.
Yeah. And when he punches the lion is like, "Oh, like you really hit me hard." And I'm like, "Yeah, this is not realistic at all."
You see the paw hit him in the face.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like those old like shitty movies with the
It's on a
animal.
stick. On the
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I don't know if you guys know this, but apparently they wanted to use a real lion in some scenes, and Idris Elba was like, "No, you're making this lion CGI."
Huh.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'd probably do the same. That's probably, I don't know if I can film next to a real one.
It was
Especially if I'm
okay.
Idris Elba.
Like you don't need to pay to see it, but it is something that's worth checking out if you have nothing else to watch. It's better than Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, I should say, but it was fun. It was dumb fun. It was fast food cinema.
It was kind of a shit month at the theater. Wasn't really much out.
Well,
Yeah.
that George Miller movie's out now, but I heard that's not too good. The one with Idris Elba and
Yeah, and Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, what the fuck is that about?
That movie just
I don't know.
I heard it was good. I think it's something about it's just two people in a room telling stories, and I know Idris Elba's supposed to be a genie, and Tilda Swinton, yeah. And then Tilda Swinton's like, okay, I may make a wish or something. That's the only thing they show in the trailer, and then just a bunch of crazy stuff. I don't know what to make of it, but it looked fine. I just didn't get a chance to see it yet.
I haven't even seen this yet.
Yeah, I saw the trailer like 5 times this summer before
I
movies.
think I beat you. They showed it like
I still couldn't tell you
the
what it's
whole-
about.
Me neither. I saw that more than you in it, like the trailer so many times. Like I think I've been seeing it since like June or something. And like almost every movie had that trend. I still don't know what to make
Yeah,
of it.
just basically Idris Elba's a genie, and that's what I can make of it. And Tilda
Yeah.
Swinton's just like a person that gets wishes granted. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then
But
just
I
one
ki-
last thing with Beast with Idris. The lion is pretty much Michael Myers because they pretty much kill the lion's like pride or whatever. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna get revenge on every single human being I see. And there's a part where Charlton Copley is like, oh my God, the lion is looking like right at me. And literally the lion is like, yeah, I got you now. Like it's crazy. But check it out if you have nothing else to watch.
Okay.
If it's on Netflix in a month or so, then yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it at home. I'll check it out.
Just Cujo in the Jungle. That's pretty much what it is.
There's this movie back in the 90s, and Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer. It was kind of like the same premise. You guys remember?
Yeah, The Ghost in the Darkness.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't
Yes.
seen it, but it looks good. I have a
It was-
friend that's really into it.
I remember seeing that. It's kind of the same thing, isn't it? Wasn't a lion?
I don't remember. I think
Yeah.
so. I remember the trailer a lot. Like that was one of the first trailers when I was a kid. They showed it so much, and I always remember they kind of tried to make it like a horror movie. I think.
Yeah. Remember it being pretty decent.
Oh, I was gonna say, I saw Logan. I know we talked about it earlier. I saw Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I think I'm on Kevin's side about it.
Yeah.
I think I liked it more than I think I liked it. I don't know what he would rate it, but I kind of see what he would like about it. It feels like a Kevin movie to me. But like I kind of can figure why you guys didn't like it as much. But I enjoyed that movie. I don't know. It was better than I thought it was gonna be because it was like my birthday weekend, and I was just like, I'm gonna just go. All I did was I was gonna go to the movies. I saw that, and then I just went to eat. That's all I did because it's like I don't really feel like doing anything else. So I
Didn't you
said,
guys hate Bodies, 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 Logan?
What?
Didn't you guys hate it? The movie?
Yes. Yes.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I really enjoyed it. I don't know. It was something I enjoyed.
Is it a
but
comedy? Like I haven't even seen a trailer for
that's
it.
the thing. I don't even know what the.
It's a
rating-
horror comedy.
Yeah, I guess you could say it's a horror comedy. Yeah.
So it's
It-
like Edgar Wright back in the day, or
Yeah,
No.
shittier version. These kids are at this mansion during a hurricane. They play this game called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Somebody fakes like they're dead, and they're trying to, solve the mystery, and bodies start showing up. People start dying.
Yeah.
That's basically the hollow, bland gist of it.
It's a look at the generation,
Yeah,
the TikTok generation, social
Well, Pete
influencers
Davidson.
and all that.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. He didn't really have much to do in it. He wasn't in it much.
I thought he was funny though. I don't know why. He just made me laugh for some reason. Like
Yeah.
he didn't do anything like to really be like I'm gonna stand out necessarily, but I don't know. Maybe I was just in the best mood when I saw it or something. But I was just like, yeah. Whenever he popped up, he was funny to me.
Yeah, him and Lee Pace, I was really excited
Yeah.
for. They didn't really have much to do.
Yeah. Did you find it boring or just like not?
Yeah, boring and just wasn't into any of it. Honestly, I was kind of
Yeah.
waiting for it to end. I was like looking at my phone, like when is this gonna? I don't know. I just couldn't get attached to anything
Yeah,
in the
I get
story.
that. Yeah, and the thing is, I was dreading watching it, but then for some reason, I was like, I need to watch a movie with young people. I don't know why. I was like, I need to watch something for the young people. I don't know why I felt that was the movie. And then when I took my mom to go see it, because it was literally nothing else to see. It was not that much to see. Like this movie is not that much. So we went to go see it. I think she kind of felt about the same as you guys, probably.
Yeah,
just-
I really hated the 4 actresses, like
Yeah.
all of them. Even the girl from Borat 2 was just nothing to her. Just like scared the whole time.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I thought they did whatever. I think what I took away from it, like, yeah, I don't think she got a lot to do, but I think just as far as like trying to be a satire, I guess, it kind of worked for me. Like, oh, people on their phone. I mean, it's not, I'm not going to say it's a deep message that it has to say, but I think I was in the right mood for it, that I think what it was doing for me, like, I just kind of had fun with just people just arguing with each other and just clearly they're awful people. So it was just like, okay, I'm having fun with it in that aspect, and how like vapid and shallow they were, that it like in a way that made it more enjoyable to me. But like I can also see why like for a lot of people that just it's a lot to take, and it can be kind of annoying to just sit through it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's a movie that's not going to be for everybody. But I like overall, I was just really into what it was like the vibe of it. I think it's one of those movies like just the vibe of it was really working for me, and it just was like I was into what it was going on. I wasn't like the murder mystery stuff was just kind of there for me. I'm not going to say I was so invested in that, but I thought the interplay with everybody. I thought Rachel Sennott, the girl, I know the one Kevin talks about from Shiva Baby, she was in it, and she was really good. The girl with who was dating Lee Pace, she was pretty funny to me.
It felt like the Walmart version of Euphoria.
Yeah, maybe that's why I liked it. I don't know. That might be why it worked for me. Even a Walmart version is appealing to me.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Glad
Yeah.
you liked it.
Yeah.
I'm like A24, love it. Worst A24 movie of the year for me, at least.
Mm.
X and Men were awesome. This one just fell flat for me.
You reminded
Yeah,
me, Pearl comes out this month too.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yes, very excited for that. Very excited. I'll probably go to the theater to see that one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I saw X in theater, so
Yeah.
Too.
Same. I hope it's good. I mean, I hope it's satisfying to watch.
Actually, she seems like she could be this generation scream queen, and she just has like an interesting look. Like she's a pretty girl, but like just something with her eyebrows or something. It's like a Shelley Duvall type of look, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, she got the horror look for sure.
Speaking of horror, Bob, your favorite forehead is back.
Where's Julia at?
Yeah, Julia Stiles is back.
Oh yeah.
Who is she in? Who gave her this? What?
Did you all see the prequel to Orphan? Orphan
Yeah.
First Kill?
Yeah.
Oh,
I love
Okay.
that movie.
Not yet.
You guys haven't
Julia
seen it yet?
Stiles is in it. Why is she?
I
in
haven't
it?
even seen the first one,
Oh my God, Henry!
but I'm going to change that because I've heard people say good things.
I wish Logan were here because he's the horror guy, but I'm going to get into it.
Yeah, here he
All right,
is.
Logan, you're back. I was just saying, did you see Orphan First Kill?
Not yet. I got a legal copy of it, so I'm gonna watch it this week. I'm very excited.
All right, Henry, do yourself a favor. Watch both of these movies.
I will. I have them
Orphan-
downloaded.
Orphan is one of my favorite horror movies. I love the twist ending. I don't want to spoil it for you. I'm sure Logan knows it. And Orphan First Kill is one of my favorite movies of the year. I love it.
Yeah.
Wow,
I'm
really
on this. I agree with him.
All
Yeah.
right.
impressive.
Yeah.
No, but
Bob.
Julia Stiles is in it.
But here's the thing, Bob.
Is she?
You're going to hate Julia Stiles even more.
Julia Stiles.
Oh, there's a stretch. Does she at least
That worked for
befriend
me.
a African American man who teaches her how to just kind of bob her head and dance? Well,
Kerry Washington is there too for you. No, but seriously, it's one of my favorite movies this year. I loved it, and the girl Esther. I wish I knew the actress's name.
Oh, Isabel Furman.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
She was really good. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna see it in the theater, and then my theater, the lights went out, the power went out, and then I was like, okay, I don't know what else to do, so I went home. I found a way to watch it, and then I really enjoyed it. I thought I agree with you now. I really had fun with that movie. I think it's
a
one of my
lot of
favorites of
fun.
the year.
And it's
It's crazy. It's wild. Like movies need to. I think there's movies that are gonna come out. There's movies, and then there's Orphan First Kill, and every movie needs to step it up because that movie was like every scene after the other was like, let's see how crazy we can go. In
Bob,
every scene.
I'm serious. You're gonna drink a beer and just throw your beer at the TV when Julia Stiles does the thing she doesn't.
like, the thing is I don't even drink, and I will open a can of beer just for that.
Is it like Save the Last Dance with Julia Stiles?
I have yet to find one redeeming quality. Like even 10 Things I Hate About You, fun movies. Still didn't like her. And her
The
forehead
Orphan
was
remake?
maybe at this big at that.
Remember when she was Miss Dexter for a season?
God.
Yeah.
I remember they had a Family Guy skit. I think it was like Kurtwood Smith, and his forehead was taking up too much screen, so they had to keep backing up. But it would be Julia Stiles.
She just looks like a cat. Like, why can't we?
Meow.
She could have been in Cats, and it would have been less CGI.
They're like, hey, Julia, you don't need any CGI for this role.
Exactly. Stop. But yes, I see, Julia. You can lick your leg all the way. I get it. Stop it.
You just give her some milk in a bowl. No, but going back to Orphan, the twist is
You boys are being quite hard on me.
Hurry up, Henry. Put some aluminum foil on your desk. She won't get up there.
Henry, you forgot to translate properly. It's meow.
Meow.
I love Orphan First Kill. Henry, you got to watch the first movie. I watch that movie every year for Halloween. And Orphan First Kill, I wish I would have seen it in theaters, and it'll be another one that I watch every year for Halloween.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
High praise. I can't wait to see it.
I
Yeah.
gave it 5 out
This
of
week.
5. I really wish I would have seen it in theater. I saw it at home because it's streaming.
I saw Orphan the first and only time I've been to Florida. It was like 2010 or whenever it came out. I remember, and I'm like, this movie's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool twist.
I watched both. I did like a double feature. I showed it to my mom. And then, because the other day, this is just a random thing, but the other day we were like talking about some random story about like, it was some story about some woman who was pretending to be like, like what the twist basically is. And like, it was like basically something that really similar. I don't want to spoil for who didn't see it,
Don't
but
spoil it, yeah.
yeah, but there's like a thing that happened. And my mom, I reminded her about something that I told her. So I was like, okay, I wanted to go see Orphan First Kill. So she's like, oh, I'm kind of interested in that because of what I told her about something related to it. So we watched it, and the whole time she was just into. I was surprised because she's not really into like horror stuff, but I think just because of how I explained it to her, she was really into it. So then we watched the first Orphan, and she was just into that too. She was really like invested in those movies. Like Esther, like I think she's up there. She's like up there with the horror like icons, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah.
the thing is with like, honestly, if I were to see, because she does a lot of Comic-Cons, if I were to see her, I would be like, hey, I don't know how much the autograph is, but how much is it? And if it's too much, hey, I just want to shake your hand. I think you're awesome as Orphan.
Yeah. And I like the trick they did where they put everybody on like platform shoes. And because apparently that's what they did. Because clearly they can't use, the actress is older, so they can't.
Yeah, because, she was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 8 or 10, the first one.
In the first one. And it's such a big difference. Like, you have to it's fine to me. I'm not going to say, oh, it took me out of the movie, but like you clearly can tell it's a grown woman. I mean, even though, it's in the same, like, kind of like it's before the first one, you kind of have to accept that she's still supposed to be the same age.
And the thing is,
yeah.
Julia Stiles is so like twisted in the movie. You actually cheer for Esther the whole time.
Yeah, you do. She's so
Nice.
horrible in this movie. Like, it's fun, just like the stuff they have her do. Because it went one way where I was like, okay, they're just gonna. I thought at first maybe they're just gonna rehash the first movie, and then something happens with Julia Stiles where it's like the movie is like, no, they don't want you to even be on her side at all. Like, you're gonna be sharing. I think, Bob, when you watch it, you're gonna be so happy.
I really wish this movie had better marketing because you haven't seen
Yeah.
any trailers for it or anything for it. But
Yeah,
it's
that's
worth it.
the thing. Like, everything about that movie, they're trying to push everybody to use it all to get Paramount Plus just to watch it. And it's in the theater, but for some reason they're not. And I'm terminally online, so I knew about it enough to be like, okay, I'll go see it in the theater.
And they're showing it at my theaters and stuff,
Yeah.
but I'm like, it's just streaming. But I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I wish I would have seen this in theaters.
It's
Yeah, I'm
definitely-
excited to see it. I'm gonna watch it this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, and it's perfect for Halloween. So if you're like binging Halloween movies, Logan, do it.
Doing 31 Days of Horror, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's do that. We can do those two for sure. That'd be fun.
That and
Yeah.
Terrifier 2 is coming out pretty soon.
Yes, I saw the trailer. Look cool. I'm excited.
Another one I haven't seen. I need to watch that one this
Art
Halloween too.
the Clown.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. Story.
Yeah, I haven't seen Terrifier either.
I highly recommend it. It's Shutter quality horror. It's
Okay.
good. It's good.
Okay.
It's definitely not like big budget horror movie. It's low
No.
budget, but it's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Okay.
And Halloween, obviously, Halloween ends, which it never ends.
It will never end. I'm so fucking over it. I'm like, I
Evil
don't-
never dies.
I'm like, for the love of God, kill Lori. Kill Lori, so she'll stop yapping about this. Kill Lori Strode once and for all.
She'll come back
No,
again.
Halloween
die
50.
from too many Activias, and then she was
Yeah.
too regular.
Right. Unfortunately, the franchise could use a little rest. But you can't keep a good Michael down, you know. Just like our old friend Jason, who's also in the
Yes.
news this week. Another Friday the 13th on the way. Maybe that could be fun.
Yeah,
As long as it stays away from that last.
Yeah.
Variation.
No. Like I said, keep it simple. Just go back to the original look. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. We just want a Jason movie where he's hunting teenagers in the woods, you know, and during camp.
yeah, well, they're having a big lawsuit on that for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's finally over with. So Sean S. Cunningham released in some social media talking about how they're putting out a R13 next year. So I'm on board, obviously. Go back old school, keep it simple.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Jason again.
Go get Kane Hodder back.
Yes, for sure.
Is next year an anniversary for any of the movies or something? or is it just-
1980 was the first
Okay.
one.
All right. So damn.
So not really.
Yeah. But it's been a while since we had one. What was the
43
last
years.
one? 2009? I mean,
Yeah,
the last
Yeah.
Michael Bay
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that was the one of Derek
Ugh.
Mears. And
I
that's
love
probably
that movie.
when
I
all
love
the-
it. I watched-
I don't
No,
like it.
Armando.
No,
No.
I love it. No, I'm not gonna.
The only good
that's
thing
a
is
hill I
they
will
killed
die.
Willa Ford. Other than that, I want to be bad. Good, you're gutted. Fucking gone.
That's the
Yeah.
only Friday the 13th movie I've seen in theaters.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh no, I saw Jason X in theaters and laughed hysterically throughout the entire thing. People were
Freddy
walking out. I was
versus
like, "This is
Jason, I
great."
saw.
Freddy versus Jason was really good.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed that one.
I've
You know
seen
what's-
the original a few times in like drive-ins and stuff, which is cool.
We had
Oh,
the
that's
one
cool.
right over here in Crystal Lake where they had it right on the lake. That was awesome.
I need to rewatch it. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the original a few years ago, and I found that it was kind of boring to me. But I do like the sequels a lot. Like, I don't know. It's
I do
very-
too.
Yeah,
They've
I
grown
like.
on me.
Yeah, they've grown on me. I like 4. Like 4, I remember when I first watched, I was like, I don't get this movie. But then at the same time, like that movie, like at least like there was like, okay, we have to commit. We have to make this like it has like big stakes to it. It's like we gotta finish it, and it feels like an ending. And then they decide, okay, the money came in, so we got to do more of them. And then I even kind of that's a series where I don't hate any of them. I like them all to kind of varying degrees to me. Like even I like the Manhattan one. It's trash, but that movie's hilarious because they're like we're gonna be on a boat for most of it. And then I even like the one with Roy, the paramedic guy, and he's like, I'm gonna be the news Jason. That was hilarious to me when they did that. And then I don't know, like I hope they just keep it simple, like like you were saying. They just need to have fun with it. That's all they need to do. Don't overthink it. Don't think about lore. Don't think about the mythology. Just have like teenagers get killed.
No, it's the one thing I'm noticing that it makes a little more sense is where they're going retro with it.
Yeah,
Jason
that's fun.
nowadays would be fine, whatever. But if you could just do the 90s, do a random decade, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like we don't need to see Jason now. Show us Jason then, you know?
So
Yeah.
you're doing like a Predator thing where they go back in time, not like super.
Well,
far
not
back,
too
but-
far back in time, but like give us use the same formula and just see what roll. I don't know. I guess seeing Michael in a nowadays thing, while it was cool, like
We don't want to see senior citizens as, horror icons.
exactly. My God, here comes the guy from the lake. I'm your grandson, grandpa. Get back here.
It's all delayed with this.
Yeah, but the problem is Jason's got respirator.
It's just like wheezing, gasping.
That guy from The Simpsons. I want some taquitos.
But yeah, that's super exciting. I've been wanting Jason and Sean S. Cunningham bringing it back, the OG that created it. I think that's some good news.
And honestly, we've already had a couple butcherings, like the newest installment of Texas Chainsaw Massacre made it 25 minutes in roughly before I was like, oh no, I'm done. Like just I couldn't keep through it.
I love that movie. It's so stupid, but I like that movie a lot.
I mean, the damn sheriff couldn't find the man whose Leatherface's size in this.
Yeah,
Who could it be?
somehow. Yeah, no, it's a mystery. Let's find
Dude
out.
was a monster. He's missing parts of him. He talks like this.
So Bob, you missed the best part when a guy told Leatherface that he was gonna get canceled, bro, and then took a phone and said, "Go get canceled, bro."
You get canceled, bro. Yeah, that's stupid.
See, what the hell? This is why we don't let the slasher icons come into nowadays. It's not gonna work. I didn't even watch the new Scream because I was like, I don't know if this translates anymore.
Well, my thing with the last Scream movie, I think I said it before. It's more of they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I liked it, but I agree with that. It's the same.
Even Neve Campbell is like, she's like, yeah, I don't want to come back for the next Scream movie.
No, she wanted to come back, but they didn't want to pay her like the salary that she wanted. It was like she wanted an increase, and they were like, we're not going to bring you back for that. And then she just said, okay, peace, I'm not coming back then.
That's when you look at her and go, you're Neve Campbell. You should be thankful someone's trying to hire you.
You have the
Big Party of Five reboot is coming. Get the hell out of here. I love Neve Campbell, but let's not act like she's demanding high money. Let's not ask people like, I'm not going to see it. Oh, Neve Campbell's in it? No, I'm making my way. Let's do this. No one cares.
We'll pay you in Campbell's soup.
Honestly, if we're like, I just thought about it, like if they're gonna bring any of these franchises like to another time, I need to see this like in the 2000s. Somebody needs to be drinking Mountain Dew, wearing some Jenko jeans. Just basically just make it the sequel to Freddy versus Jason. That's we need to play with the 2000s more. I feel like we did the 80s a lot. Let's do the 2000s. Someone can be listening to Limp Bizkit or NoFX.
How great would it be if Jason's slashing things and break stuff from Limp Bizkit's playing? That'd be the only thing to listen to that song. I just watched that the Woodstock 99 documentary, so now I have a new song.
Yeah, that was terrible. They were like swimming in fecal matter water, and
it's the weirdest documentary I've watched in a long time.
Really, you didn't like it? How come?
No, it was just so like I remember, and I mean Logan and Henry are going to be there with it. Like Woodstock 94 was really cool. Everyone, and then 99, it had like this amazing lineup. And then you heard all of this horrible shit, and like just to have it confirmed, because back then there was the internet, but not the way it is now. So like you heard these old wives' tales or these stories, or my brother's friend's friend went to New York for Woodstock 99, and it was just so watching it like reaffirmed a lot of the stuff I'd been told, and it like really kind of ruined it for me. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, greed takes all, and it's not exactly a story, but it was just a shame. And then my favorite thing was they're like, oh man, Fred Durst was a douche. Like, oh yeah, I never met the guy, and I could have
breaking news.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have Red Hot Chili Peppers settle people down when they're starting fires. How are they gonna do that? They're gonna sing Fire. Oh yeah, there we go. Thanks, guys.
Candles that are burning. Yeah.
I'll throw a photo out.
Woodstock, he seems like he was just oblivious to everything. Like remember that guy from the Leonardo DiCaprio movie Don't Look Up, like the scientist? Oh, everything's okay, guys. He was like that.
No, that was the weirdest documentary I've watched in years.
Yeah.
I just remember when that all took place. I was like freshman in high school. Big fan of new metal at that time, and fucking wild. Like everything that went down there.
You know what the coolest thing about that was I loved Korn in 99. So watching the audience, like I remember seeing videos of that and being like, that's the coolest place to be. And
you had TRL and everything back then, so it was a huge thing.
But
one thing I thought was interesting was they said, oh, the reason the teenagers were so violent was because of the music at the time and the movie Fight Club. And I'm like, what is that old guy really talking about? I think he doesn't really understand some of the things.
And I also love the old woman who's like, You guys just need to understand him. She's driving around these guys who are just tripping balls. She's like, here's a garbage bag for your area. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Someone's going to kill you, Mima. Like, get off the scooter.
Did you catch the Miz in the intro?
Yeah, the very first person to yell Woodstock 99.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good for you. Yeah.
I watched the one on HBO Max like during COVID. I think I mentioned it on one of the podcasts before. So I haven't seen the Netflix one, but from everything I've heard, sounds pretty similar. What it shows, footage, and the different people they talk to.
Well,
Carson Daly saying he was afraid of his life and stuff. And
I'm going to have to watch that one then because, you know,
Yeah.
Pastor needed to be afraid of something. You don't get to be a pretty boy, paint your nails and go, all right, guys, see you later. No. Fuck you, Carson.
Yeah, it was pretty similar. I watched both of them. I think the one on Netflix is a little better. But yeah, they're similar in video, like what they had from that event.
I thought, well, two things. I thought it was funny they were throwing garbage at Wyclef Jean. I don't know why.
Why did he
Yeah.
ask for it? He's like, well, I'm doing this. Feel free to throw plastic bottles. At the end, I thought he was going to be like, I'm going to recycle motherfuckers. And like, just
Yeah. And then the second thing, they said DMX was there, but they didn't show any DMX footage.
they did in the HBO one. So
Yeah,
watch
the
that one.
HBO one they do.
Oh, God.
It's
that's-
awesome.
See, no, I want to see that because there's so much stuff that I want him to be saying.
He was controlling like 60,000 people. Like there's like 5 or
Yeah,
6
it's
minutes
awesome.
of the documentary on HBO by DMX and how energized he was and controlling the crowd. He was badass.
I mean, yeah, he DMX was one of my favorites, like for just like who he was and how great. And then he started impersonating like TSA agents and like trying to get stuff on the airport. And they're like, all right, well, he lost it. He's nuts.
Yeah.
But at least he's not Ja Rule. I mean, can we all chalk it up to that? Like, at least he's not Ja Rule.
My favorite part was Jewel coming out after like one of the new metal bands. Who can say it? It's just fucking hightails it out of there. And they're
Like, when they're
like,
like, well, they were talking, they're like, oh, and Korn had it in the wave of music. You're like, oh. And then like, then we brought out Bush. What?
you guys
It
like
really brought us
peace?
back to the peace love. And I was like, I
Yeah.
hated Bush so bad.
Glycerine, yeah.
They fucking opened up a swallow, which is kind of slow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
What a chaotic event that I wish I was at.
oh yeah, dude. My friend's sister went to Woodstock 94, and that's when all the people got in for free. So they were trying to give people at the campsites like perks, but it never freaking happened. That's when they had the mud war against Green Day.
Yeah, I remember that.
What show did I tell you to watch with your boy?
What show?
Or, no, kids movie. What kids movie did I tell you to watch because the boys watched it and really dug it?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about how Stella got a groove back with Angela Bassett.
Yeah. Well, my boys were really worried about me after the divorce. They're like, Dad, I think we need to go to the Bahamas and meet Tay Diggs. And I was like, I don't know, guys.
Buddy was like, I see Angela Bassett. I see what she's doing here. He's 7. No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember it either. I think it was on Netflix or something.
Didn't
Didn't you say Luck? Was it Luck?
Yeah, Luck isn't bad.
Huh.
That was pretty good.
I was
I
going to say the
haven't-
Jurassic
heard of
Park animated series, the new season came out on Netflix for kids. We watched that. It was pretty good.
My niece is obsessed with it. 2 years, or not even 2, and she loves dinosaurs. So
Yeah. It's like Camp Crustacean or something like that. Kids at camp. are like,
Noble.
no, I was talking about how I think Netflix, the only thing keeps them afloat is the documentaries and the original movies, because other than that, they're kind of falling apart.
oh, they did have the brand new and final season of Lock and Key on Netflix, which was a fucking train wreck. 8 episodes. It was
You watched
about-
all of it? Did you watch
Yeah.
all of it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
It's
hmm.
so heartbreaking.
I knocked it out in the first like few days. The episodes are like a half an hour, where it's usually like an hour.
Wow.
The final season or the final episode is super rushed
Hmm.
because it's like what 8 books they do in 3 seasons.
Yeah. 8 books.
Wow.
And yeah, and the last one was 1 book split into 2 with the Alpha and the Omega.
Right.
I got a book. I don't own them all on hardcover because I won't get them with paperback. I need to have them hardcover. But now they have like the super deluxe editions. God damn.
It needs to be done on like HBO Max or something.
Yeah,
Like
HBO Max would be able to hit it on just like
a rated R, not CW bullshit on Netflix.
the amount of blood. Like, I hate to say it, but the murders and every death means something in that. And same with Ready Player One. The book was phenomenal. The movie sucked because that movie needed to be a trilogy, one movie per key. And I think it would have been great.
Yes, absolutely. Just didn't work. Yeah. So I think it got canceled earlier. That's why I was so rushed, because nobody fucking watched it that I know of, besides me. Nobody was talking about it. There's no marketing for the final season. I knew nothing about it. I just heard on Netflix, like, Lock and Key final season. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's everything on Netflix. You just
I check news every day and saw nothing about Lock and Key like being released that day, and it was just so disappointing, because the books are phenomenal. If you guys are bored or want to listen to the audiobook, it's really fantastic.
Their audio drama was amazing.
It was amazing. It has Haley Joel Osment, Tatiana Maslany does a voice in the audiobook. Yeah, it's really great. But yeah, show sucks. Don't waste your time.
And I'm only on episode, like I said, Sandman's a sipping wine. So like I'm only on episode 3, and I just keep letting it just kind of soak in.
Same here. Yeah.
It's good. And I don't want to binge it, because I feel if I binge it, I'm not going to appreciate everything, because it's shot beautifully. Just everything is almost perfect with it.
I had no fucking idea what's going on. I'm not familiar with the books, but I'm on episode 3 as well. But I like Boyd Holbrook. He's always great.
He's really good. I don't think I seen him in much, but I was like, all right. Like,
Predators. He was in Logan. He was in what was it? Narco Show. And a bunch of stuff.
I'm on the 5th episode. Wait till you see. I'm looking up his name right now. He was in the Harry Potter movies. He's in it too. He's an older guy. Plays like a bad guy in it. Let me check here. Oh, David Thewlis, I guess his name is, this guy.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Nice. He was in Fargo too.
Yeah. He's been in a bunch of good
stuff. He's also the dickhead in Dragonheart, remember?
Oh hell. Huh. I didn't remember.
It's weird to see him without the greasy teeth, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
He's in horrible teeth in Fargo.
Yeah. The toothpick.
Yeah, he shows up in a couple memorable episodes on the Sandman. I think the 4th or 5th episode has like a one with him just in it the whole time. That's awesome.
But it's almost like every episode is like the cinematic, like it's worth the 10-year wait that I've been told Sandman was coming out.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Looks amazing.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt was supposed to play the main focus, and I'm really glad he's not, because I think if you had anyone with that kind of stature, that Joe Blow knows even, it would have taken away from it. You needed as many characters that you didn't really know, like actors and actresses that are removed far enough where you're not going to be drawn into, oh, that's so-and-so from this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely helps that he's an unknown. And yeah, I think he's done a great job in the episodes I've seen so far. It's epic. Yeah, they spent a lot of money shooting it, you can tell.
I've heard mixed things about Paper Girls on Prime, which is another really well-written comic series.
That looked good.
I used to read that. It was good.
They shot a little bit of it up in McHenry at the Outdoor Theater.
Really? Didn't know that.
I was putting out feelers for extra work. I was gonna grab you one day and go up there to be an extra.
Nice. Yeah, the books are good. I was interested to see what the adaptation was like.
I think I have the first 4 volumes.
Yeah.
But then again, I have a lot of stuff in my graphic novel thing that haven't been touched.
I just see a Jugs magazine in the background.
It's got good articles.
Why are they sticking together there, Bob?
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have factory sealed ones? Actually, if you want a comic or comic property that they need to make into a movie, Severed by Scott Snyder is fantastic.
Oh, I like Scott Snyder.
It's a different take on a vampire thing. It's
the one I've been screaming about since the beginning. Saga, please, for the love of God, just do it. Amazon or something.
I think the only way they could do it and do it justice is animated. There's no way they could. I mean, maybe they could live action it. I would love to see it. I'd love to see it happen because I mean, Amazon pulled a gem with The Boys, Invincible. I mean, Saga's right there when it comes to like complexity of a story and stuff like that.
Yeah, Niall, have you read it?
No,
Saga?
I haven't.
Oh man, I thought you would.
It's
Good.
an epic one. You can get the
Epic.
first volume for like $10. That's when Image was still doing the $10 first volumes.
Yeah.
Been a favorite of mine. I'm probably about 20 books behind. There's probably like what 85 of those now, 100.
It has to be. They went on hiatus for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Pandemic, yeah. Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona, the other writer.
Because Brian K. Vaughan is also, I believe, the writer for Paper Girls.
He is.
I want Chew is supposed to get for some reason they were saying Chew was going to get a live action thing. I don't think that's a good idea. But
Yeah.
Chew was a good comic series, and Revival was in talks about getting its own show. Revival, it's pretty badass. It's a bunch of these people who have near-death experiences and stuff like that, or like who die, like come back. It's set in Wisconsin, and it's just, how can I put it? It's interesting. I think it's only 4 volumes.
What do you guys think of She-Hulk?
Oh,
I'm
I loved
digging-
it.
Yeah, I
love
like it so far.
I like
It's
it.
good.
Yeah, I don't know
I
anything
like
about
those
it.
fourth wall breaking. I liked, well, exactly. I didn't mean to cut you off, Logan, but not knowing source material is so not a problem with it because it introduces you like that.
She
Yeah,
breaks
for
the
sure.
fourth wall in the comics too.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like how it's like introduced that way. She talks to the camera a lot, and she's aware of the camera being there. A lot of great comedy. Again, not knowing much about the character, I thought Tatiana Maslany's an amazing actress, and I love her as Jessica Walters as the lawyer. And first 2 episodes were really great. I just watched the second one tonight with Timothy Roth, I think his name is.
Yeah, with Abomination. Did you
Abomination.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
I liked the Reservoir Dogs nod about the people. The 7, whatever you said.
Yeah.
Did you notice man gets into bar fight with claws of steel?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, nice
Of
little
course.
teaser there. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Nice little.
Yeah,
Well,
and the end of the episode paves the way for Daredevil too to show
Yeah.
up.
How so? I missed that.
Well, Blonsky's escaped. She's going to need help with that. Plus, he's a lawyer too, so I
Oh,
figure he's going to play
gotcha.
into the story there somehow. Yeah.
And then that got to put us in what part of the MCU timeline we're at. So we're at right around Shang-Chi
Mhm.
with this one.
They
Gotcha.
even show that Shang-Chi fight in the corner.
Yeah, that's when they're like, oh, he broke out and he's in a fight, underground fight ring. She's like, yep.
I like what they're doing in this phase, honestly. I think 90% of it's been pretty great. Like shows and movies, how it's all going to be connected somehow. Introducing other characters from other universes. I think they're doing it right.
And so Daredevil's bringing in Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. No one's talking about Iron Fist, so that's fine. But I'll love it if it follows the old Marvel Max books where Jessica Jones and Luke Cage have a kid and stuff like that. Like, I think it'd be really cool. But the fact that they didn't recast any of them is genius. Like, Charlie Cox is amazing as Daredevil.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
He's great. He's
Wait, you
awesome.
never saw
Ever
Daredevil?
since Boardwalk Empire, he's been awesome.
Yeah,
he's
I
never
know
seen
him.
it.
I know him from
Come on,
Boardwalk Empire. Yeah, he was amazing in that. Never seen Daredevil.
Oh wow.
You've never seen the show Daredevil?
It's
No.
awesome.
Dude, it had one of the best continual shot action sequences in a hallway. It's just, I know it
No,
sounds
no,
very-
that was the Moon Knight. That was the best show. I'm fucking with you.
I know, but as soon as you said Moon Knight, I was like, on the
No.
bike.
I was messing with you. I'm like, that show was awful.
Yeah, as soon as you said Moon Knight, I'm like, Logan hates Moon Knight, and I fucking fell for it.
But no, I never got around to it. I think they removed it from Netflix, right?
It's on
Daredevil?
Disney Plus now. I think.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say
all
it's on
the
Disney now.
yeah, all the Marvel stuff that they had on Netflix went there.
I need to watch it. I know.
Yeah, me too. I only watched like 2 or 3 of them, and it's life got in the way, so I just never finished it. But
Yeah.
I mean,
it
it was fine. I don't know. Maybe I just need to keep watching it for it to click with me. Like that action scene, Bob, that you were talking about. I remember really liking that. I was like, yeah, that was worth the hype. And then again, life stuff happened, and then I just never finished it.
But I'm just now watching Miss Marvel. I didn't see any of it.
I like that one a lot.
That one was really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
really good.
yeah. That one I really liked. I like the main girl. She was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it helps because she's like she's really into comics, so I think it really helped with the character.
It felt like a sitcom meets a John Hughes movie.
That's I think also what I liked about it.
Like, it had a lot of heart to it.
Yeah, I like the guy Logan. I like and Henry. I like the guy from Succession when he showed up. The Kendall's friend. The FBI guy.
Right.
That was pretty cool. Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, I like that they didn't do this exact thing because like I feel like in No Way Home his whole thing is like he just kind of a thing to be like, well, we got to find out what the Spider-Man thing is, and then he shows up in this, and then it's kind of a totally different thing. So they're like adding more to his character where he's not just like a FBI guy that's like I want to stop the stuff. It's like it's like no, you kind of like he tells the other agent like you kind of can't be just doing stuff on your own. If you do something, it has to be this way. And I think the fact that guy is actually like Middle Eastern and like how that plays into the story, like also help like how all these people are just going into like these those I forget what they call them, the mosque, and they're just going in there and this lady just I don't care, I'm just gonna go through. He's like, no, you need to stand up. Like I think that part was interesting to me because it was like, oh, they're showing like some of these people they just because they're like, oh, we don't trust superheroes or whatever, we're just gonna do whatever we want because we don't trust whatever force is out there. And I mean, just in general though, I really enjoyed that one. I just thought it was fun.
What do you think of the CGI and whatnot?
I think it's fun.
Well, I find the CGI is good on Hulk, but She-Hulk, it needs work.
I feel like all these like all those shows, they have to kind of figure out how to get that right balance of it. They're not there yet, but they'll get there eventually.
9 episodes.
Like,
9 episodes.
That's 9. Okay. I saw a meme where someone made like Shrek's wife She-Hulk, and I'm like, I see it.
I kind of like, I don't know, like I don't want to say practical effects on She-Hulk, but that's almost what I want to say with it.
You want to fucking Lou Ferrigno like She-Hulk.
It was supposed to be Brigitte Nielsen. I guess they were going to make a movie back in the day or a show. And
really?
Brigitte Nielsen was going to play She-Hulk.
That's awesome.
It would have been as good as the Hobbs Nick Fury movie.
You guys saw Bullet Train, right?
I did.
I didn't see it yet.
Oh,
I liked it. It's fun.
You're gonna love that movie. The only real nitpick I have, and Logan, I know you saw too. It felt a little long, and not paying attention to every little detail. You might get lost.
That was my nitpick with it, I think too.
But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I really like this movie. And Antoine Fuqua produced it. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to direct it. That's why he was apparently going to direct it at one point.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's why he got a producer credit.
It's very Tarantino. It's very Guy Ritchie. It's very. I just thought
John Wick.
What was that, Logan?
Like John Wick too.
Yeah, John Wick especially. The girl, Joey King. This is the best performance she's ever done.
Absolutely, I think so.
Well, she was good in that show on Hulu. The Act.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a lot better in this movie. Everybody is. Everybody brings their A game in this movie. I liked all the supporting cast. There's a lot of quirky characters in the background. The way the movie looks is beautiful. I like the whole like neon lights and train sequences are really fantastic. A lot of cool cameos, Hollywood A-listers showing up in the movie.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of blown away by it. It's a movie I would buy when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it for sure. And another thing too, Brian Tyree Henry and Aaron Taylor Johnson have like the best chemistry I've seen on screen.
Yeah.
Got some Samuel L. Jackson and Travolta vibes off of that. They worked off one another really well. They're funny.
The more I think about it, the more I like it. And like Orphan First Kill, it's one of my favorite movies this year.
I think I gave it a 4.5.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to give it a 5 out of 5, but it was just a little long. That's all.
Yeah.
And if you don't listen to every little small detail, you might get a little lost.
And the after credit scene too. It's a big part.
Wait, they have something at the end?
Yes.
Can you tell me what it is?
It's Brian Tyree Henry drives over what's her name, Joey King, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, I saw that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I liked it. I don't think I liked it as much as you guys, but I thought I liked that. If you're gonna see something like on the big screen, it had a lot. I thought the action scenes were really good. I thought like I enjoy that like it did try to like have fun. It doesn't have like it's not like oh this gritty like heavy thing. It's just like it's just silly and it didn't have like this. It was just a fun movie overall. And like to see it on the big screen because I went on my birthday again because I was like I need to see something. So I was like this looked fun and it was like it on like I saw it on one of these like giant like it was not IMAX but it was like close to it I guess and I was like this like really like looked good on like a big screen.
Yeah,
I thought yeah it definitely you gotta see it.
it's a
It's
gorgeous
worth seeing.
movie.
Yeah, it's a really nice looking movie. A lot of colors, like the way it was shot. Like I mean I like that. I think we mentioned months ago like Brad Pitt. He's one of those guys. Like when he's in something, I'm like yeah I'll see him in anything. He's always good to me. Like
I
he
just
has
love
fun
how
with it.
Michael Shannon is a white guy in Asia or Japan
Yeah.
or whatever, and they call him the White Death. It's perfect.
All I gotta say is Channing Tatum.
I'm sure he would look good in gray sweatpants.
Whoa! Whoa!
And this is all sponsored by Hulu.
Yeah,
Hulu,
sponsored the
where you can get
official-
everything that you could ever stream.
Yeah.
Watch Hulu in your gray sweatpants. Don't leave the house.
For sure.
Yo, watch
Uh,
Hulu on your bed, on your upstairs in your bed if you don't want to do anything. There's nothing going on right now. Just watch Hulu and just enjoy not leaving your house forever. There's COVID still happening. Watch it. It's the official COVID use, the official podcast for people who who need something to watch during COVID.
Hulu, we have all your favorite
Hulu.
shows you've seen before.
Hulu, we bring nothing new to the table, except for when we do.
I like Hulu because it has all the FX shows. I don't have cable anymore, so that's where all those shows go. And they're
You know what?
usually good shows. American Horror Story,
Yeah.
American Horror Stories.
Yeah.
It's Always Sunny, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all the good TV is there. It's on FX. And it's all on Hulu. And you can watch it next day too.
Yep.
And wait until November if there's a sale. And you know, some streaming services, they don't even give you all this stuff right away. They sometimes they make you pay a regular price. Sometimes you gotta wait and they give it to you for 99 cents for a few months on Hulu, the best streaming service for people who love TV.
I feel like we're complimenting and insulting Hulu at the same time.
Good, because I feel like Hulu compliments and insults us as viewers. Take off, King of the Hills, sons of bitches.
I didn't see that Jamie Foxx movie, the vampire movie.
Night shift or day shift?
Day Shift, yeah.
What'd you think?
I didn't
liked
see it.
I
You didn't
enjoyed
see
it. I thought it was fun. Like it's not like I'm not gonna say it's a masterpiece. Right? It does. It's the kind of movie you saw the trailer, and it gives you exactly what the best part of what that is to me. Like there's kind of like a story like with the vampire hunter stuff, but at the same time that it's I don't know. It's just a lot. I appreciate how gory it was. It's a really gory movie at times, and they had a bunch of
Dave Franco was actually hilarious in that movie.
Yeah, he was. I just like how he's just so like uptight and just like freaking out about everything. It really got me.
But they're baiting for a sequel. Didn't like it, you sure as shit didn't hate yourself after watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You still saw some cool scenes. Some of it was a little unnecessary, in my opinion, but other than that.
Would you consider like an underrated vampire movie or no?
I think it's too early to tell. We have to see like
I don't know where people are rating it in order for
that's
me to
the thing
think.
with these things. These Netflix movies, like can't tell. Some people like it, but then I don't know.
I didn't really care for it, honestly. I thought it was kind of
Oh.
boring and nothing original about it. I mean, it's funny and silly.
Is Jamie Foxx acting like Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Jamie
thought-
Foxx is Jamie Foxx the vampire.
Yeah.
I thought Dave Franco was the MVP of the movie. I thought he was funny. He's good. But yeah, just nothing original about it. Just nothing really to remember about it. I don't think people are going to watch this 20 years from now. It's pretty forgettable. It's a good watch for once, at one time, and not rewatch
I
it
think
again.
the one thing that could have made it better would be a really muscular, oily guy playing the saxophone in the beginning.
I agree. That's what they're
I
missing.
think
in
that
this.
could have shifted a lot of stuff.
I thought it was too much like Zombieland with vampires. Like,
Yeah, kind of. I can see that. Yeah.
So do you guys have underrated vampire movies at all?
of course, I've got one.
All right, let me hear.
Near Dark from 1987. Bill Paxton, Catherine Bigelow directed it. She was going to go on to Oscar award-winning director. But the vampire movie from 1987 down in Texas, really classic, underrated flick, vampire flick. One of my favorites from the 80s.
Cool. I'm gonna go with Daybreakers. I like that movie a lot with Ethan Hawke,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
felt original.
Stakeland, I absolutely love, and it seems like it's underrated because no one's seen it.
Haven't.
It's fun. It's a fun flick. Also, I feel like 30 Days a Night doesn't get
Yes.
Yeah,
it doesn't get enough love.
That was on my list. I'm glad you brought that up. Great.
that was on my
comics.
list too. Speaking of graphic novels, I have like all 12 of those graphic novels.
It's such an awesome series.
It
That's
is.
Great series, great movie. I thought the vampires look amazing. They're creepy as fuck. Really, sold the whole 30 Days a Night, Alaska, wherever it was.
Thank you for bringing that one up. I can't believe I didn't say that one first. Wow. Remember they did the comic series where it was the X-Files and 30 Days a Night?
Yeah,
That was
Mhm.
amazing.
I never saw
Crossover.
it. I should put that on the list.
it's
really
it's
good.
worth watching.
Okay.
And if you're not into it the first time, make sure you just watch it all the way through, because then you'll have a better game and go, all right, I'm gonna try it one more time, and then it'll blow.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll put that on the list.
Just like when people are like, oh, here's 28 Days Later. It's a zombie movie. I watched it the first time. I was like, all right, wait.
Right.
Go back and watch it again, and then
Right.
Yeah, 30 Days a Night, Josh Hartnett, Ben Foster, Danny Houston. It's good.
And real quick, I just want to throw something out there. Ben Foster is a criminally underrated actor. The man has
I've been
in
saying that for
amazing
20
movies.
years.
Dude, Alpha Dog. He was phenomenal in Alpha Dog.
Yeah, he
For
was
some
really
reason,
good in
we
that.
don't talk about that.
He's phenomenal
Ben
in everything, dude. Everything.
Yeah, I watched him on a movie on HBO Max a couple months ago that he's really good in, playing a guy from History, a boxer that was a Jewish prisoner in Germany back during the World War II. He played like a Jewish guy. It was really good.
I haven't watched Adam Sandler's Hustle movie, but apparently he's in that as well.
He was good in that. I liked that movie. It was okay.
But I'll jump back to the vampire. You guys remember Dark City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
heard
was
that.
actually, I if I remember correctly, that's vampire, right?
I don't remember.
I don't
can't
think
remember.
so. I don't think
No, I
they're
think it's something. I forgot exactly what
Was
it
it a
is.
different? I want to say it was either vampire or different type of monster. I just
there's like
I thought
creepy.
I was thinking vampire too.
Maybe they are. I don't know. There's like white pasty people in like
Yeah.
black suits. I don't know if they're vampires. But yeah.
that was
Good
the
luck.
Matrix before we knew about it.
Yeah.
I like that series on Netflix that was on last year, from Flanagan. Can't even think of the name right now.
Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass. Yeah, I like how they did that on there. Yeah.
I still need to watch it when I get the time to watch it. I heard it was good, but I just didn't get a chance to watch it.
I only had an issue with like the last episode, but I think it's because, of course, when you watch it, you have an ending up here. When that ending doesn't even come close to what actually happens, you're like, all right, someone's off, No, yeah, I thought it was really good. Who's the guy who plays the priest? Because he was fantastic in it. He was in like New Adventures of Old Christine.
Hamish Linklater.
Yeah,
Hamish
he was
Linklater,
fantastic in it.
Yeah, he was great. I agree.
Bob, when you said priest, it made me think of the comic Priest. That's vampire related.
Yeah, they made that movie with what was it?
Paul
Bettany.
Bettany. Yeah. I almost went to go. I wanted to see that for some reason. I was like, this looks
It's-
good. And then I just never did it for some reason.
Carl Urban was in that movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Didn't
if
they
you
do a
need-
sequel to it or something? I think there's a sequel.
I don't know if they had a sequel to that.
There was another one like called Legion or something, and I think Paul Bettany was in that too, but they might be separate things. I don't know.
And they're separate things, yeah. But
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if people consider it a vampire. I don't see who wouldn't, but Dusk Till Dawn, like I don't think it's underrated by any means either, though. I just think it doesn't get as much love.
Well, it has a cult classic feel to it, yeah.
Because people always say Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, Gary Oldman again is just. I could see people going Blade.
I wouldn't say it's underrated though.
No, I'm trying to think of what people. How can I put it? The favorites of others, because I mean we're all film nerds, so we know a lot of these different films or have different opinions on them. But I'm trying to figure out what the main, your general movie goer or whatever, what they would classify as great vampire movies. I mean, Lost Boys, I think would be up there.
One I would want to bring up is the remake of Fright Night with Colin. Who was it?
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's in Vegas. I thought that one was actually pretty good. That's a good one.
Underrated. It had what's his name in it too? The
Anton.
Yeah.
Yelchin.
Yeah, Yelchin.
I think it was his last movie.
Was it?
Probably, yeah.
One of them anyway, yeah. Maybe no, because I think the Green Room was
his
after
last one.
No, it was one after Green Room. I saw it. It was like Thoroughbreds, the one with Anya Taylor-Joy, and like it's her and Olivia Cook, and they're playing like these girls that want to kill Mickey Doyle from Boardwalk Empire because he's the dad of Anya Taylor-Joy, and what was the yeah, yeah. What was it? Oh, and he plays a guy that's the he's like the guy that they're gonna get to kill Mickey Doyle for some reason.
I mean, is it too like douchey to say like Nosferatu's fantastic? Does it sound pretentious at all? Because like a lot of people who have watched it haven't liked or anything like that. But if you look at it, like it's like a masterpiece.
You sound like Nicolas Cage now.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I don't want to sound too pretentious, but like that movie's sort of like that's the gate, you know. So Bram Stoker's Dracula is still far better, but like I don't think enough people like pay attention to like the OG, if you will. No one's gonna say Once Bitten.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
No one's gonna bring up that Jim Carrey. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I remember it was a movie. It was on Netflix for years, and then they took it off because they take off everything. But it might be on Shudder. But it was
enough with your bashing for Hulu's sake. We
get it. No, it should be on
Hulu. No one else is catching this.
No, but it was a movie called The Transfiguration. It's about this kid, and he's in the projects. And like the whole movie is like he's obsessed with like horror movies, but specifically like vampire movies.
Wait,
is
that no? I'm thinking of a different movie. Is that The Vampire in the Bronx?
That's a different thing. That's a different movie.
That's Eddie Murphy.
No, that's enough.
Oh, that's Vampire in Brooklyn.
Vampire in Brooklyn, yeah. But this one is like it's like very serious. Like it's like more like kind of a drama where like this kid he's just by himself in New York and he's like convinced that he's a vampire. And he just starts biting random people in the streets.
Yeah. And
it's like a wild movie. The more I think about it, it's a really fun one. But it's not a movie I could say, oh my God, it's such a it's a very slow burn movie. But I remember when I watched it, it was pretty entertaining. Like the one thing I always found funny is the kid in it. He like befriends this girl and everything he's like telling her about all these horror movies. Like, no, you got to watch this one because this one's realistic. This one, I like the ones when they're realistic. This one, you shouldn't watch it because it's not realistic. And then like that thing was kind of interesting because he's like really obsessed with like horror movies because he's kind of like a latchkey kid and he's just like by himself all the time, just like hanging around the neighborhood. But it's a really good one if you can find it.
Got any other ones?
I think I have enough. There was a movie. It's years ago. It's like really obscure, but I liked it called Innocent Blood. The John Landis movie from a few years ago. It's like a vampire and they're like in New York and it's like gangsters that are like trying to fight a vampire. This vampire is killing off all these gangsters in New York, and it's like I think Don Rickles was one of the gangsters in it.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a weird movie. It's like it's a wild.
I heard
movie.
about
Oh yes, looking at the cover, I've seen it.
Yeah. That cover is real. Like if you see the cover, you
Never mind. The audience don't want you to see it. Sorry, I have to go with the crowd here. The crowd here is really kind of kicking my ass today.
Yeah.
Jenny McCarthy, Will Smith, all back there. I don't know what's happening. This dude's really excited to see me.
They said it's not on Hulu, that's why.
Yeah.
So you know what it is? What We Do in the Shadows, another great vampire show, only on Hulu.
Yeah, that's right. In the movie too.
Today. Yeah.
Is that only on Hulu?
I think so. It's FX.
Well,
so
yeah,
it's
Hulu on FX, I guess. Or yeah. They did I just watched the last episode. It's funny. They did a spoof on like all the HGTV shows where they're renovating a home. Well, they had, it was them and with a camera crew there, and the Schuyler brothers, those twin brothers that, I don't know, you'll know who they were if I showed you, but they're like the kind of like the property brothers, and they're at the vampire's house and all this crazy stuff's happening. It was pretty funny, but it was shot like a whole episode, like one of those shows would be.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think I got the cover, so if you guys want to, let me see if I can put it up.
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah. I remember that. Remember that. It's one of those VHS movies.
Yeah.
The video store.
Yeah, it was always around like when VHS was like a thing. Yeah.
Can I say an overrated one, even though it's completely opposite of what we're talking about, real quick?
Sure.
Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah.
I don't get
it's
it.
Okay. It's fine. It's not a movie I ever need to rewatch though. I like Antonio Banderas in it though.
Yeah, he was good.
We are the only true evil left. Right.
I mean, I think it's close to the book, so I really like it.
I'm interested in the show. They're doing that show on AMC.
And Anne Rice is going to be really involved in that one, right?
Oh, okay.
She's dead, but yeah, she was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So this was her thing.
I mean, she can be involved in spirit, so
right.
it's not wrong.
Would be perfect for Anne Rice. Yeah, I think her family's involved with it, but
yeah,
they've released a few teasers. I don't know. We'll see.
I just kind of interested because they keep showing ads when Better Call Saul was on. So like from the producer of Better Call Saul in Breaking Bad. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have that much to watch, so I'm like, might as well. So I might.
We're gonna have the guy from Game of Thrones. We don't know his name, but he's in it. Khaleesi.
Yeah, that guy.
And that movie, The Invitation, came out.
I haven't seen a trailer for it or anything.
Somebody's gonna have to take the bullet for it because I'm not gonna see it.
I'm not taking that bullet. Sorry.
Well, let me see what I'm up to Wednesday.
Yeah, somebody has to see it, and then if you hate it, you gotta tell us. Like, oh my god, it's the worst thing ever. It'll be fun because those are always fun if somebody hates it.
So it's the other girl from Game of Thrones, Natalie. I can't think of her name now.
Emmanuel.
I think she's the star. And then there's somebody else in it. I can't remember who it is.
That other guy,
this is getting terrible.
Some guy.
Yeah, the guy I know is in it. He's on there. I watched it for a while, but he was on like the Gossip Girl remake.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like
TV
just
actor.
one of those TV actors. Yeah.
Hey Armando, real quick, where was that Gossip Girl remake streaming?
It was on HBO Max.
Ooh,
So that's why it wasn't as
that's
good.
gonna take a blow to your Hulu stock.
Yeah, it was. That's why it wasn't as good because it should have been on Hulu. Like really, anything that we have a problem with Netflix, like Lock and Key, it wasn't good. Because imagine if it was on Hulu, who knows? It would have been like a top 10 show. It would probably still be on the air.
I heard Fall is really good.
I heard that too. I haven't seen it.
I'm
but
terrified of
everybody-
heights, so I don't think I want to see that movie.
I'm the same way, but for some reason, I like those movies where people go high up in the air, and then they're just like, "Oh, we're stuck," and then it's always like something fall. It's always somebody doing something stupid to get up there in the first place, and then it's always like, "Hey, like, how are we gonna get up?" And then they always do all these stupid things.
Armando, you can say it. It's always a white person going up there because white people are too curious.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, no, that's what it is. It's fun.
Am I right?
That's like the
people?
best job.
Yeah, they all got my back.
Yeah, no, those are fun when people just get stuck up in a thing. Like Bob was saying, it's always a white person that gets too curious, and then they're just like, okay, we gotta see what's up there. It's like you really don't. Like this all could have been avoided. 90 minutes of my life could have been like it was fun, but you did not have to do this. And then they're always like crying. It's like you got yourself in this situation in the first place.
There was a movie called Frozen.
That was
Yeah.
that was.
Do you remember that one where that?
I
That's what the
remember
guy
that
from
movie.
yeah.
Iceman.
Yeah, it came out when I was working at Blockbuster. I'm like, oh, it looks great. Watched it. I'm like, the hell, why is this even a thing?
Yeah, exactly.
And then he just falls
And breaks his legs.
And his legs went straight down.
Yeah.
What the hell is
I
that?
actually have that movie on Blu-ray. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of
And
the
then,
first
then they're like, oh no, here come the coyotes. No
It's
shit,
like,
he's
of course.
trained.
That's a movie where all of the like, what else did you think was gonna happen?
It's
the director of Hatchet. I forget his name.
Adam Green.
Hatchet was decent though. That's the problem. I wasn't gonna win any awards, but sure shit wasn't. These three rich kids were just like, huh. So we're stuck up here.
All I took out of Frozen was the kid actor from Air Bud was in it.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
And isn't that the kid who goes airborne all the way down?
I don't remember.
I think so.
It is.
Maybe.
I think
It's been a
so,
while
yeah.
since I've seen it.
But it was in the Air Bud movies. Shitty.
It was funny though when he just went straight down. It was a POV.
Like aim for the trees, dipshit. There's so much. We should talk about that era of just horrible disaster-esque movies. That ATM, phone booth.
Yeah, I remember
horrible.
ATM.
Like buried. Like all these things. You're like,
The
what
kid
the
from
fuck
Drake
is
and
this?
Josh. Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw ATM, but that movie looked
Oh,
terrible.
it's exactly what you think it is.
Yeah, and I was like,
Not-
I saw the trailer. I didn't need to see more.
Shyamalan didn't put a twist in that fucking thing.
Yeah. I gotta see if it's on Hulu later on, and I'll see.
Hey Armando, can you find House of the Dragon on Hulu?
No,
Oh,
no.
come
I
on, man.
can't.
You gotta have it.
No. I don't think it's there. That was a mistake. They could have gotten it. It just was like a thing with licensing that like you guys just don't get it. They would have gotten it. It's not on them. The best streaming service.
If Hulu was doing Game of Thrones, people would have loved the 8th season.
Yeah, they would have thought it was
For
a
real,
masterpiece. I mean.
These are going to be Chuck Norris facts, just Armando's Hulu facts.
Yeah, we need to make this a thing. I like this.
Did you guys watch House of Dragon?
No.
I saw it. It was okay. I don't know. It was what it was. I'm far from like I'll be honest, when Game of Thrones was on, I think I just watched it because it was one of those like shows you had to watch. So I remember when I first watched it, I was like, I'm not gonna watch this. And then it's like this is the most boring thing in like olden times with white people that are unwashed. I was like, I'm not gonna finish this. And then I ended up watching all the Game of Thrones, and then I even kind of liked the last season, but I don't know, like as a whole, the first episode, like it's more the same. Like I didn't mind it, but I'm not gonna say, oh my god, I'm super invested in it. But I'll watch it because it's Sundays and it's on HBO. But it's fine. I mean, I don't know. I'm not blown away yet.
Are you blown away as the wigs are in the show?
No,
The blonde
not yet.
wigs look so bad, but yeah.
I mean,
Overall, it was cool looking.
yeah. I mean, I like Matt Smith in it, but Matt Smith is usually good and stuff. Like he's just like, I'm scheming and I'm gonna see how I can continue to be the heir. Like that stuff was kind of cool to me. And I mean, I don't know. Like I guess the whole point now is like this little girl's gonna be the new heir. And I guess because I watched the behind the scenes, I guess that's gonna be the whole thrust is this girl with a really bad wig. She's gonna be the one that basically it's gonna be like the throne, the next in line of the throne. And I guess that's where all the drama comes from. So, I mean, it just felt like a pilot, like exactly like what a pilot feels like to me. It's not a lot happened. It was a lot of setup extreme a lot of setup, but it's fine. I'll watch the next one and see.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it when we get off the podcast here.
Yeah.
I probably will too.
Check
Yeah.
it out. I was invested. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I was pretty buzzed when I watched it last Sunday after the work party. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I love Westeros, but yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes. It's cool to be back in that world.
I want to see the actresses that are going to play the older versions.
Yeah, that part I'm interested in too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Olivia Cook's going to come in, and she always kills it and everything I've seen her in. So
Yeah.
Wait, is
That'll
this a
be good.
prequel or a sequel?
Yes.
Again?
yeah, 200
It's-
years before.
Yeah, something like that. 200
Okay.
years. something like that.
170 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a
Yeah.
few hundred years before Daenerys and everybody. And they kind of talk a little bit about the White Walkers, which is cool. So there's that.
But I did like there was that one part. This lady's giving birth, and then these guys are just fighting,
Oh.
and they're doing jousting, and one guy just pouncing on the other one while this lady's giving birth. I
Yeah.
thought that was like that's a wild choice, but okay, I went with it.
Yeah, I'm invested for sure.
September 3rd is National Cinema Day.
Yeah, $3 movies all day.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Maybe that's when I'll be
Where?
able to see
Everywhere?
bu- 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 bu-
AMC's like, hell no, we're not doing that.
Right.
no.
Upcharge those mother.
The studios are participating in the event, as well as big theater chains such as AMC Theaters, Regal Cinemas,
All right. That's cool.
and they're planning on making this an annual event.
Okay.
Nice.
Maybe
Cool.
that's
Too
one
bad
I'll
there's
post
nothing
to
really new to
BulletcTrain.
see. I'll have to
Yeah.
Well, doesn't
rewatch
Clerks
something.
3 come out that day?
Which one?
Doesn't Clerks 3 come out that day?
Oh,
No,
shit,
it's
is it?
the 13th.
Oh.
So it's like, hey, here's $3 movies for nothing you can watch.
Yeah, nothing new is really out.
I mean,
so.
the invitation.
Huh?
That's not worth
Invitation.
3 minutes. That's not worth 3 minutes, so no.
No, maybe that'll be when I watch Bullet Train.
I was gonna
There you
say
go.
if anything, I'd go to watch that on the big
Bullet
screen.
Train. Yeah, for sure. Either that or
Vegas in a new movie too.
you could see that or Joe Coy's Easter Sunday.
I have that here. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, me
Just
neither. I had a
kidding.
friend that watched it. And he was like, "Yeah, I didn't need to see it." He's very into comedy. He was like, "I
Could
didn't need to."
replace
see
Joe Coy with Cat Williams.
Or you
Kevin
can go-
Hart.
Yeah, you can go see 3,000 Years of Longing and tell us what it's about.
it." Yeah.
I don't think anyone would know after watching. I-
Yeah,
Even, even
some
Idris
people-
Elba didn't know what it's about.
They have Honk for Jesus Save Your Soul. That's a movie.
that's
that
Jordan.
looks kind of funny.
Me,
The
me.
one with yeah.
It looks like a Mad TV skit. for
Never
that,
mind.
okay?
Henry
Yeah.
won.
Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya also produced it.
Oh, okay. I heard that was okay. I know that was at one of at Sundance or something. People said it was okay.
And John Boyega's in something too.
Yeah, I saw an ad for it. I forgot what it is.
Sterling K. Brown, is that his name?
Oh, Sterling K. Yeah, he's in that Honk for
Yeah.
Jesus movie. Yeah.
Although it's not going to be out September 3rd, Rogue One's re-release in IMAX comes out. I think the 29th starts.
Yeah.
It starts tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, by us, it's only two theaters or two theaters.
I know Jaws is getting re-released too.
Yeah, I was
right?
about to say Jaws is coming
3D.
back. Yeah, in 3D. Yeah, in IMAX.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. National Cinema Day. A new national holiday. We all get the day off work.
All the tickets on, and it's not working again. All the tickets on Fandango. If you go to September 3rd, it's all $3. But the first thing I saw was Special Child, and I'm not going to lie, got worried about the price change on that one. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, but it's like service fee. It's like $18. It's like, what the fuck? More expensive. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Man, critics hated Bullet Train, huh?
They
Yeah,
did?
people were like really like I thought it was I didn't hate it. It's a movie to watch in the theater. And I don't know. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I don't see what the hell they were watching.
But
But it
people
was
also
fun
like
time.
that's the problem with the internet too. A lot of people they just don't like things. You know, everybody has an opinion. Did you guys hear about that Olivia Wilde thing? That was crazy. The one where she's
Yeah.
trying to get Shia LaBeouf for the movie.
Showed all the proof. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
And she was like, I fired him from the movie. He's like, no, I quit your film. And she's
Yeah.
like, I think we can work together as good collaborators because I
Oh,
think
I
Miss
saw that
Flo
video.
has something that she needs to see. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Fucking,
I
seems
know.
nutty.
A
Yeah.
glimpse into the nuts of Hollywood for
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
And apparently
Dude.
Florence Pugh didn't like her either.
No, she's not even. Yeah, there's like I don't know the whole thing, but yeah, she's not even gonna. She's only gonna do like one like interview, like one thing for like the screen, like the press for it.
Yeah, so I don't know what's wild is wild, like Logan said.
Yeah,
Team Laszlo.
that's crazy, dude. Can't believe that. And she got served papers at that festival thing.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was
That was fucking amazing. Even though Jason Sudeikis, like, I had no idea. That's not when I did it. Like, don't care.
I'm not gonna say that it wasn't fucking awesome though.
That sucks.
Talking
Talking about
about the Running Man, like in the SNL sketch, with just a red jogging suit.
Maybe it's a good thing
What's
for
up
Jason
with that?
Sudeikis to get out of there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? But speaking of headlines and celebrities going nutty, do you guys want to talk about Ezra Miller too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So are they went and apologized? Am I doing that one right? I don't know if he's a
I don't
he,
know what's
him,
yeah.
they, them, whatever. Ezra apologized and is going to what? He's going to the hospital, a treatment center, or something like that.
Just replace him at this point. Like, it's nice he apologized, which I'm sure his PR team
It's-
told him to, and that's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He had.
Yeah,
I
how
know he said
many?
all the things
There were
that
at
I'm
least
working on,
10
like,
things that happened with them
Yeah.
over this past couple months, like just one after the other, worse and worse.
Isn't the rumor that the guy from Dylan something from the Maze Runner is going to replace him?
Oh, Dylan O'Brien. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be
Haven't heard
cool.
that.
Yeah, he's good. I
I
wouldn't
like
mind
him.
that.
Honestly, I would just like film something real quick at the end of the movie where the Flash is just a different person at the end credits. Like,
Right.
The sad
Exactly.
thing is I heard that the Flash movie is actually really good.
Yeah, they
that's-
say it's like it's better than the Dark Knight. Apparently, that's what I
No
heard.
way.
Somebody
Yeah,
said that.
people
I
are
don't
hyping
believe
up-
that.
no,
He
like
was
on
like
Twitter-
on the same level. I'm like, let's calm down.
Let's
No,
calm
but I've
down
heard-
here. No
I've
way.
heard
So it
many
had the
people
highest
about
test
the Flash
screenings.
movie though.
and
yeah,
stuff
somebody
like
said
that.
it's as good as the Dark Knight on Twitter, and I'm like, okay.
Or they're also people said that Batgirl is going to be released within the year. Like they're not going to sit on this movie.
They
On
probably, yeah, I
Discovery
think
Plus.
it's already the stock went down after they took off all that stuff. So I'm like, they got to do something. They even said I think they only have two. Like the only things I think they can afford to put out is the Olivia Wilde thing, that Don't Worry Darling movie, and Black Adam, and then that's it because they don't have any money at Warner Brothers. But Batgirl, I don't know. I wouldn't have minded to see it. I think the interesting thing whenever it comes out, I just appreciate they did the South Park, the Cartman Land thing, where it's like you can't see it, and now everybody got more interested in it because now
Mhm.
it's like I can't see it now. We have to see this movie, and it's like no, it's like that thing. Like now that you don't have access to it, like makes it more appealing in a way.
It's a Snyder cut thing all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, I want to see it. Like they put
Yeah.
a lot of money into it.
I wouldn't have minded. Like I was like, if it comes out, I didn't have like really any expectations, but I was like ready to go if it came out. But I mean, we'll see. Because the guy at
Ezra
HBO, he's a mess now. He's just like throw this away, throw that away for taxes, like tax write-offs, and he's like, no, now we're gonna do HBO Max and Discovery Plus together. I was like, I don't think you guys. It's always a new crazy story that's coming out, like, oh, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. I was like, okay, you just taking stuff off, and took off a bunch of cartoons apparently, and everybody on Twitter was mad about it.
I feel like Ezra Miller, his career is over. It's done.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go the route of like Kevin Spacey or something, where he'll just go do movies outside of the U.S. or something. He'll be in some French guy's movie.
Or
And
he
then-
could go the route of Robert Downey Jr. I mean, honestly, let's
Yeah,
take
I
a
mean,
step back here. Like he melted down. He's still young. He can make that bounce.
that's
back.
true.
True.
Yeah, that's true. He is still young, but I mean, we'll see. Time will tell. Because he's good. He's a good actor, but I don't know. It just or they're a good actor, but I don't know. It's a lot to deal with.
son of a bitch. I'm taking my bullet train tickets. It's $3.15 on the Saturday. Son of a bitch. Matinee prices. More expensive. Go afternoon.
Well, my favorite sequel is The Dark Knight. It's my all-time favorite sequel.
Yeah,
That or
great movie.
Terminator 2, but I'm going with Dark Knight.
I'm going Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I would say Empire, probably Halloween 2. Or even
Real
Top
Halloween
Gun.
2, right? The real Halloween 2.
Yeah, the real Halloween 2.
Not the
Yeah,
fake
yeah.
marketed one.
The
Blood
hospital.
under the mask.
The hospital. Yeah, Dick Warlock played Michael Myers in that movie. Hospital. Still
Yeah.
creepy as hell. Still holds up. I'd even put Top Gun Maverick up there. That was an amazing sequul.
I still have yet to watch it. Again, I
It's
have it.
so
here. I
good.
haven't-
All right,
Yeah.
take out another $10, Bob.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
see that in the theater, really. Maverick.
What about you, Uncle Henry?
Favorite sequel. Terminator 2, probably I'd say for me. That was my favorite one of all time. Just I remember having the VHS tape and about the, at that age I was like, well, let's see, I would have been probably like 7, 8 years old. So just remember it being a big blockbuster movie in the summer, and I watched it numerous times growing up. So Terminator
I
2
think
for
that
me.
was roughly when buying VHS tapes started getting affordable.
Yeah. Yep, I had to have that one.
I feel like everyone I knew had that movie. Like you couldn't get away from it. Not that you'd want to, but no, that was
Right.
I think for me, if I have to pick a sequel, I would say Back to the Future Part 2. This is the one
Nice.
I've watched the most. I like that movie was like my thing. Like that was one of those movies I watched. Maybe even more than the first one, because I was into the futuristic stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get an almanac, sports almanac. I'm gonna get rich. I was like, this is goals for me. And I was so really, I just think in general, like how that movie like works, it's just a fun movie overall. Like I like the parts where when Marty meets his son, and then those guys are on the hoverboards, and they're like, McFly, you bozo, that thing doesn't work on water. You need power or something like that.
wasn't Jason Lee one of the people on there?
I don't remember. It's been a long
I think so. Yeah.
Probably.
Billy Zane was in the first one.
Yeah.
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 There's like a young Elijah Wood in the second one in the cafe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, when he's shooting the thing at the arcade or something at the
That's
at
a
the cafe.
baby toy.
80s cafe was cool.
Yeah.
That's on my list too.
Movie special.
That one might be a little better than the first one. I don't know. It's pretty close.
I think it might be. Even the only thing is not a problem, but you kind of like it kind of ends on a cliffhanger, and then you have to watch 3, which I don't mind. But at the time, I was like, oh, then it kept reminding me 3 existed. But I've grown into 3, but I think 2, like it does, like it has a lot of fun with like that universe, and I thought like all the stuff they like. I thought it just had a lot of creative stuff in general with it. I even like the stuff when they put in the Pizza Hut thing, and then they put in that weird futuristic oven, and it just done in like seconds. And then there's that one part, because they couldn't get Crispin Glover back, they put a guy upside down in makeup to kind of look like Crispin Glover.
No, they had the makeup. They had a
Yeah.
mask. He won a lot of money because of that.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
The one thing that gets me in the second one every time, and I laugh way too hard, is when Marty, adult Marty, future Marty, just put in a bet with Flea or Nails. Just this
Oh,
Asian
yeah,
guy
yeah.
pops up. He goes, McFry. To this day, I will almost fall out of my chair. McFry. Just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think that movie, like in general, I just love it. It was anytime it was on, I always had it on in the background. It was always like on some channel on the weekends. I would be like, okay, I gotta watch Back to the Future Part 2.
No, that movie. No, you're absolutely right. That movie, I agree with Logan, is almost better than the first one.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Actually-
get the glasses from Pizza Hut?
Oh hell yeah!
No, I didn't get
Yeah.
those. I think I saw way after the fact. So.
Yeah, I saw Back to the Future 2 in the theater.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice, dude.
And then, yeah, you go to Pizza Hut and you got the cool futuristic sunglasses. Man, I miss when people used to cross promote really well.
Yeah, it used to be really, really cool. They should somebody has to bring it back. I don't know. Like
Maybe
there's some
Hulu
kind-
will.
Hulu will, yes, Hulu, the best service that's out there.
What are you guys watching this week, though?
House of Dragon tonight for sure.
Yeah.
After this,
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings coming out
Prime.
on
I'm
Amazon
gonna check that out.
for sure. Same. I haven't really watched any trailers for Lord of the Rings, the first one. That's about it. So when I go in, not knowing much, obviously.
Is this a prequel or a sequel? Or just in a different time?
Prequel.
Prequel?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty cool. Finishing up Sandman, hopefully, before I go on vacation. Probably not. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try to at least because I've been enjoying it the first few episodes. That's about it. Watching movies, played a few video games. That's about it.
I'm checking out American Horror Stories. So far, it's been good.
I'm gonna watch She-Hulk and hopefully try to finish up Sandman. And plus, video game wise, I am playing the hell out of The Quarry, and that game is freaking amazing.
Yeah, I've heard. I know it's that horror game.
Yeah,
But it's
Ted
awesome.
Raimi is in it, and it's absolutely fantastic.
It's got the kid from Vacation in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything you do in different parts changes the ending. And someone said there's over 100 endings or 100-esque ending, and it's a blast. You're in a horror movie. And also the
Sounds
Killer
cool.
Clowns from Outer Space
Yes.
video
I
game
saw
trailer
that.
just
That's
leaked.
cool.
That looks
I went
cool.
to Spirit Halloween, and now I have a lot of Killer Clowns from Outer Space stuff because now finally they're making merchandise for it.
That's cool. Classic. I've been really into Spider-Man with my 7-year-old, so we played through Remastered, Peter Parker one, Introduction to Miles Morales, Sinister Six in the game, Doc Ock. Incredible game. I loved it. Finished that last weekend. I've been playing through Miles Morales to get some more trophies, but that's what I've been playing. Anybody
Oh,
else?
so I was talking with Logan before the show. I finished Yellowstone, so like I said, I really enjoyed that show. Like very excited for the next season.
They just released a trailer at the MTV Video Awards or whatever.
Okay, yeah,
For
that's
season
on
5.
today. You excited
Yeah.
for the
Oh.
VMAs today?
I am now. I'm not gonna watch it, but I saw that they on Instagram they posted the season 5 teaser for Yellowstone. November 13th. It's coming back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
awesome.
I love Beth on that show. She's just crazy to me. Like the right amount of crazy. Like like every scene she's in, I'm like, that's the best. It's always the best show to me. And she just says this, like just says crazy stuff all the time. And it's like every other scene, she has to tell her own brother that he has to go kill himself. And it's just
Yeah,
I
funny
know.
to me
Really
so
make
much.
him feel bad.
Wes
Yeah.
Bentley. He's like,
Yeah,
fuck
Wes
this.
Bentley, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's a
used-
great
I used to like his character. What's his character's name? Because I don't remember.
Jamie?
Jamie. I used to like Jamie at the beginning, but he's
Really?
I did, and then he became like I think I was like okay, because I kind of was like okay, he's just kind of being picked on. I was like I kind of can relate to that, but then he became a pussy to me because he was just like no, I can't do this because it's wrong for the family, and I was like okay, you just whine too much for me. But like this is just fun, and then like now whenever Beth does something, it's just funny to watch just because she's always threatening him and doing stuff like okay, just keep doing that all you want.
I don't think there was a part in that show that I liked Jamie.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, for some reason, I did. Like for maybe the first season, and then after, it's like every episode. After a while, I was just like, you know what, you kind of deserve all this stuff. You just whine all the time. My daddy won't treat me with respect because I'm doing all these things he tells me to do. Like that's why I like Beth, because Beth is just like, I don't care. I'm doing everything. She just does it, and she doesn't hesitate. She's like, I'm gonna do everything for the family, and she knows who she is, and she's like, I'm who I am, and I'm not gonna ever like, do anything different from that.
I heard she's being a real diva on set, so it wouldn't surprise me if they don't. They've done so many things to her.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, my mom loves Rip. She's always like, oh, I want to see what happens with Rip. She's like,
Yeah,
what's
right.
going? Yeah, Rip is cool. Rip's awesome.
I feel
Right.
like every mom would have the hots for Rip. They're like, look at him in his jeans.
Meanwhile, I'm over here worrying about Jimmy.
Yeah, that
That poor fuck. Just every time.
Neck brace.
Exactly. Then he finally meets a girl that likes him, and then he's like, I gotta go. I found another girl who likes me. Like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
The love triangle with that hunk.
No, Casey and Rip are like my favorite in the show.
Yeah. You know,
Kevin Costner's the necessary evil, and that's totally fine as well, obviously. But yeah, when I came back from my surgery, they were like, you have to have someone stay with you for the first 24 hours. I made my dad watch the first episode of Yellowstone. He's like, Jesus, that's a lot of stories going on at the same time. The whole time, man.
It's funny.
Yeah, but no, it's worth watching. I even finished the other Taylor Sheridan show, that Mayor of Kingstown. I like that one too. That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
That kind of made me appreciate Jeremy Renner more, because I'm kind of like whatever with him for a while.
He was good.
Yeah, but he was really good on that show. Yeah, I like the one part. Yeah, I think it's probably November too. I think I know it's always like around the same time Yellowstone comes back. Yeah, but I like the one part where he's talking to like one of the girl, like the girl that the lady that he's basically kind of like going around the city with, and then something happens to her, and then there's the one really cool part where he's like, okay, show me the guy that hurt you, and they go to this guy's house, and you think, okay, it's gonna be a conversation or whatever, and then he just fully goes boom, 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 boom. And then I was like, what happened? We're not even finished with the season.
Yeah, it happened really fast.
Yeah, but I'm into like the Taylor Sheridan shows. I even like the 1883 was really good. I know they're doing the 1923. I think is the next one, which I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, no, it's good. I appreciate. I feel like it feels like old school. Like there's a thing now like where people will sometimes complain online about we're not getting adult things anymore. It's all for babies, and like I kind of like that he's just kind of doing like it feels like old school like adult mid-budget like movies that used to come out in the theater, but like now we're just getting out to TV show, which I appreciate. You know, and it doesn't pull punches. Like everybody just like it has its own voice, but it's not like it does its own thing. You don't feel like it feels like they're trying to they're compromising anything. It's like it's very much somebody's vision, but it's like a very unique show. Like better than I thought it was gonna be at the beginning. Like I'm glad I stuck with it though. So it's a really good show. And then other than that, I've been watching Law and Order SVU on Hulu because it's there, and like, Mom, we gotta watch it. You gotta watch all the episodes. We gotta see what Benson and Stabler are doing. I need to see Christopher Maloney push somebody against the wall sometimes. So that one it's fun.
Why have your mom watch Oz? You see Christopher Maloney?
Oh, we watched Oz already. Yeah. Yeah, we were really into that. We watched that. I'm trying to be a good son. I'm like, we gotta watch all the classic HBO shows. I make her watch. The VMAs are today. I'll probably watch that. And I'll report back if anything, anybody old.
Please text us and let us know how amazing it is.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I find the teaser for Yellowstone.
Yeah. I still don't like, now that I think, I've been watching it first. I just watch it because it's just something to watch. I kind of like seeing like what they're trying to show to the young people. And but the last year it's like all these older people. Like I think today it's supposed to be Red Hot Chili Peppers is coming back, and I'm like, okay.
All right. So for the CinePhellas podcast, this team, we learned the 5 Ds of dodgeball. We also learned a lot about Hulu. And until next time, you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Dodge a ball.
That's right. Logan, what do we always say?
Gee!